Here we go.
Again, 5, 4, 3.
Call to me, lands far away.
Elves have forests to protect.
We need to build a wall.
Dwarfs their mines. Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
For I must now wander this wandering day.
We're safe.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel.
No.
Put up your sword.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is over.
Nothing is over! Nothing! You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Darkness will march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples.
Everyone! I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all. The past is dead. We either move forward or we die with it.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
Away I must wander this wandering day.
To him finally being lionized as in the prime and his prime. Fuck.
Do it!
Shit.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Luke went from being, oh no. Welcome, Slayer Nation. I have some great news for you today. I hope you're all doing great. Nope, that didn't work. One more.
You have failed me for the last time.
Welcome, Slayer Nation. I hope.
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
That is eating away at what you love in order for it to shine. And one man's vision is... Sometimes you don't have to make things better for them to be great again. You merely have to Okay. Hollywood continues to slow boil the culture and crazy. Well, right now, Spider-Man actor Andrew Garfield has stepped up and he's fighting motherfucker.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
And unbearded dwarves, but Prime didn't stop there. They stapled in intersectionality, individuality, biddiga-dig-bee, biddiga-dig-boo.
So it begins.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, George the Giant Slayer.
What's going on, everybody? It is Sunday, December 7th, 2025, in the year of our Lord. Welcome back to Slayer Nation Live. It is good to be back. I missed y'all last week. Had a little emergency, was out. And I want to thank you for y'all sent amazing prayers, great wishes. I love you all. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I missed our Thanksgiving stream. But we're going to have a Christmas one. So, you know, if you're not busy, if you're not with family, come on and join us. It's a day to remember. Today is the 84th anniversary, December 7, 1941, of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Over 2,400 Americans killed, about 1,200 injured. A day, as we remember, that lives in infamy. And I think it's important to remember all those that have sacrificed, that have given their all, their blood, their sweat, their tears, for us to be here to do exactly what we do, to be free. How you doing, Deborah? Eric K., King of the Mods, is here. Lord Thoth, Fletcher Williams in the back producing. Plus, we have a new moderator, along with Estephobos, who's been with us for a while now. Brother from another mother. We have Mr. Brown's Alliance joins us today, so give him a hearty welcome and go give him a sub. We want to get him over 5K. Great gentleman. But I want to get back to Pearl Harbor. We have to remember, all right? We have to remember that freedom isn't free. When you stop fighting for it is the second that you lose it. Too many have given their lives for us to be here. And I just wanted to take a second for all of us to remember. So don't forget to speak up. Decisions are made by those who show up to the fight, the ones who show up in the room. If you don't, you can't bitch. And we have a lot to talk about. Well, y'all probably already heard the news about Netflix wanting to buy out Warner Brothers, and supposedly the deal is locked. Don't believe that. At least I don't believe it for a second, because I think the Trump administration is going to have a thing to say about that, besides the Ellisons. Also, we have a few films coming out. There was a wild rumor going around, but it's now proven, like I said a month ago, Rush Hour 4 is on its way. And Hollywood Reporter and The Deadline had stated that Trump pushed them to get it done, which I don't believe in a minute. Brett Ratner's coming back. Whatever you think about that. Plus, Sydney Sweeney seems to have succumbed to Hollywood Eilish. She bent the knee. We're going to talk about that. And Lord of the Rings in 26. It's going to be its 25th anniversary. So Phantom Events is going to have a special screening across the country. I think it's for 3 weekends of all the extended editions. So I'm going to be there. And, of course, Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, the whole affair, got released. I think it's eyeing now a 4 million weekend. But the last I looked, it was almost at 3 million. Almost. Well, we have a lot to talk about. So let's just bring him on out here. We got Verbal Riot. He's back with me again. How you doing, my friend?
Doing okay, man. Doing okay. It's been a rough couple of days, but you know what? I feel good.
You feel good?
VRL is back. I did my first show back yesterday after a 2-month hiatus because of the move from LA to Colorado. So, and of course, you know, just to welcome me back to the YouTube space, I had nothing but technical difficulties in that first like 10 minutes of the show, which, you know, it was kind of like a slap in the face, like, hey, welcome back. You know, now you gotta deal with this shit again. So
I love it. I'm glad you're black. I'm glad. Did I say I'm glad you're black? No,
yes,
I said I'm glad you're back. Well, I'm glad you're black. Oh,
I'm glad that you're glad
Oh, hey, everybody. Also, hit the like button, share this everywhere. It helps us in the algorithm. I never say that. Do it. Be kind. Show a little love. Holiday spirit. We also have Paul Chato and the DA and Angry Badger. Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing extremely well. It's cold, but fine. I'm in my basement of solitude.
Good. I'm glad you're Jewish. I'm glad he's black. I'm glad you're Jewish. I'm glad Badger's angry. I'm glad the DA is preaching. He's getting ready
You can be black and Jewish. Sammy Davis Jr. was asked what is handicap.
Right.
That's right. Handicap, and he said, "I'm a one-eyed black Jew."
I miss Sammy Davis Jr. I miss Sammy Davis Jr. I do. You know what? I've been doing every week when we do this, I've been doing the Unhinged episode. So I decided before we get to Unhinged, I want to actually do something happy, because there was 2 or 3 great feel-good stories this week. I don't know if y'all know, but there is a Detroit grocery worker, 88 years old. And, well, shit, I'll let him tell his story.
Just seeing if I could have help scanning this. Thank you. What was your name?
Ed.
I'm Sam.
Okay.
I actually had someone nominate you from this store and said you're very hardworking.
Well, I try to be.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 88.
And still working?
Yes, I have to.
Why do you have to keep working?
Retired from General Motors in 99. 2012, I went bankrupt, and they took my pension away from me.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a wife?
She passed away.
That's one question. Real quick, I'm going to pause there. I thought pensions were guaranteed whether the company went under. I thought they were fully funded.
I thought so too.
I want to check
Obviously
into that.
not. Yeah.
If anybody knows anything about that, I wish Mark of Reality were here. I would ask him. Because
the pensions are like almost a separate thing, right? Almost like a 401k where it doesn't matter if the company's still around, you bought into it, so that's still your money, right?
Yeah, very sad. It's very sad, but there's always a happy ending. Not that happy ending, a good happy ending, and not that good happy. You know what I mean?
You know what you mean.
7 years ago.
She was sick when I lost my pension.
So you've been struggling a bit?
A little bit.
You said that you lost your pension?
Yes, sir, I did. I was in the Army back in 66.
So you're a veteran too?
Yes. The thing that hurt me the most was my wife was real sick. And they, when they took the pension, they also took the health care coverage.
Yeah.
And all but $10,000 of my life insurance.
Oh my gosh.
So I sold the house, sold the property I had, and we made it through. My wife died 7 years ago. Since then, I've been trying to reestablish myself.
And you're working here how many days a week?
I work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day.
And you do that because you have to, or?
Yeah, I don't have enough income.
What's your dream?
To live somewhat the life I was hoping for.
I'd like to share your story and try and, get people to help you retire.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. You're amazing. I want to give you $400 here as a tip. Of course. You're amazing, man. Of course.
Now, I'm going to tell you this video, it kind of like reaffirmed my faith in humanity. I'm always an optimist. Look at everything, the glass half full. The $400 was nothing that he gave him, because what happened next is he put a GoFundMe page up. And 48 hours ago, now the audio is a little hard on here, but you'll see it. 48 hours ago, the 80-year-old grocery worker from Detroit got a big surprise.
You can just focus on me. There's a lot of support for you here, man. I want to quickly say that your wife is looking over your shoulder. I know you've been visiting her a lot, asking about that, and you still have that $400 in your pocket you gave me. With everyone supporting the room, I want to reveal that this is one of the largest individual paintings in GoFundMe history.
Yep.
And
here it comes.
Yeah, if you want, you will be able to retire because we've raised you $1.77 million.
Come on, isn't that amazing? They raised $1.77 million.
Wow.
For the country to help him out.
Wow.
Because he shouldn't be working at 88 years old. Come on, if he wants to, that's different. But he didn't want to be doing that.
He didn't want to. He had to work.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, and I can't believe it.
He wanted to retire, go fishing.
Well, he can now.
The best way to get this to you, GoFundMe's going to work with us, and thank you.
Thank you.
Does that
That's it, pretty much. He thanks him. He goes on. But look at that. See, everybody always talks about, the negativity of social media. That right there was the power of social media. The positive side. They spread the message all over the world, and everybody joined in and said, hell yeah, we're going to help them out.
Although they cut the video just as the young guy was saying, if you die soon, I get the remainder of the money.
Oh, God.
But I mean, I really look at that.
I'm sorry. That's why you have me on the show.
No,
There's
it is
other
good.
reason.
No, I love you being here. But I just think that's something that no one remarks on anymore is the positive power of social media and how it can impact lives.
I think it's a great story, and obviously this guy, man, this is a crazy story. Like, yeah, he was a veteran.
Yep.
He worked for General Motors to gain a pension, which means he worked for them for probably over 20 years, right?
Yep.
They took away his pension and his wife's health insurance, man. Like, this is like crazy work. And it's a great story and it's a feel-good story, but at the same time, it still kind of burns my ass that our money go like a chunk of our money goes to these illegal aliens who come here and just get shit thrown at them. And a guy like this has like no protection from our government whatsoever.
I know, $24 billion in 5 years California spent on homeless people. Homeless people got bupkis. And where all the
but look, I don't want to take away from the goodness of the story. It's
no, it isn't. But we could be helping people like that. He was a Vietnam vet, by what I understand, and it's tragic when you hear that. Again, if you want to work at 88 or 98, that's your business. Go do it. But having to work, that's different.
Look, I had this conversation last night with a buddy of mine I was hanging out with. He's a firefighter in LA, and it's kind of weird because he lives in Colorado, but he has to fly back and forth from here to LA to serve out the rest of his firefighting service. I don't know why he couldn't just transfer here, but anyway, besides the point, he's off duty, so he's back home now. And so me and him were hanging out last night drinking, and we actually did watch this video, and we were talking about that. And he made a good point saying that if you're that age and you want to work, that's fine, because I think most men are built, regardless of our age, like it's something in us that wants to work. Right?
Yeah,
like we just want to work, right? Well, not these Gen Z motherfuckers, but,
but
for the most part, grown ass men want to work.
Oh yeah.
And if this guy had the option of saying, "Hey, yeah, I just want to work because I like to keep busy," that's fine. But this guy literally, at 88 years old, had to fucking work at Walmart to survive. That is crazy work, man.
It is. It's not what you'd expect, and it's something that our country should. Because you talked about Gen Z, and later I had a video I was going to share, but this is the happy moment. We're going to look at happy for a second, then we're going to get to Gen Z and millennials. But I wanted to share. What do you think about that, Badger? Don't you think that shows a different side to social media that isn't talked about enough?
I'm like Dante. I was thinking of all the starving kids that they could have fed. Does this get taxed, or is that already taxed when they gave it?
I don't know. I don't know how.
Because 1.7, honestly, goddamn, that seems like a lot. If you're gonna get half of it taken away, I guess it's not that.
Well, think about it. He's got his Social Security. He was having to work 5 days a week already, so I think that it takes away what he had to do 5 days a week.
But it also depends on where he lives too, right?
Detroit,
obviously,
Detroit.
Iowa, $1 million stretch is a little farther than California.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah. Come on, it can't be. It's not California. Wow.
I mean, Detroit is still kind of a pricey city. I mean, it's not.
I thought it was destroyed.
But it's still considered a major city, so you know what I mean. Like, it still kind of falls into that realm. It's like the lower end of a major city. And I know everybody in Detroit's going to hate me for saying that right now, but it kind of is. Gore, I love you, man. But
he's not going to like it when we get to the California news.
But he's from Detroit, so
he doesn't count either, because he loves California, but he's in Pasadena. So
Pasadena, yeah, that's kind of its own thing, right next to San Bernardino. I used to go to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts to study in Pasadena. There is also a story I want to share.
Really quick though, to answer Badger's question. Badger, there is a gift tax. I don't know how that works for crowdfunding.
Well, I've seen Shawshank Redemption, where I was explained very intimately about signing it over to your wife, because you can do an untaxed amount of so much. I think that's well over the
Yeah, yeah, of course it is. And also his wife's dead. But
yeah. Well, friends is I'm just busted. Also,
Right.
chat. No, I'm not Gen Z. I'm a millennial. Thank you very much. According to the charts.
You're a millennial, huh? I didn't know that.
Born in 85.
Oh wow.
Gen Z is 1997 and onward.
But you're like on the older end of millennial.
A little bit more of a
I'm Gen X.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X.
I walked in both worlds.
So you got a feet in both camps. You're bi.
I had an actual fucking childhood where we got to drink from the water hose, come in when the street lights came on, play. We would leave the house and no one knew where the hell we were.
That's
Betamax,
good.
VHS. No one got phones until they were teenagers. Yeah, I had an actual.
That's good. A natural.
Porn was a gift. You know, every movie. You just wait. Are there boobs in this movie?
Oh yeah, dude.
Side boob. Yeah, side boob.
We had to work for our nudity, man.
Yes. Yes, we did. We'd all find one random magazine on the street. Like, God has gifted me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Millennium.
No, those LA weeklies came in a pinch, boy.
What was it that Eddie Murphy said about the National
My neighbor had
Geographic?
Jet magazine.
No, Jet magazine. I was about to go there, man. Jet magazine was my jam, man.
I grew up in a
Jet
very urban environment, so yes, Jet was very familiar with it.
The
Very
Jet
familiar.
beauty of the week, boy. Whew.
Yes.
Good times.
Black and berry, the sweet of the juice.
Hey, I remember the pictures of from Miss America, Vanessa Williams. You remember those when they hit?
Oh, that was yeah.
Oh, the
Ooh.
Playboy edition, yeah.
I was like, love Vanessa. But I wanted to share this one story on Pearl Harbor because, originally I was going to show the video again, but everybody's seen it a million times. And I found this one story. I just thought it was good, especially after seeing how so many people helped out that grocery worker, which I think was amazing. I just want to read it for a second. How people stand up and how honorable they are. He was one of the first casualties of Pearl Harbor, was Father Aloysius Schmidt. The ship was sinking. The priest pushed the men out of the porthole. He was the chaplain on the USS Oklahoma. When the Japanese torpedoes hit, the ship capsized, trapping hundreds of men below deck in rising water. Father Schmidt found a small porthole. He was the officer. He could have escaped. Instead, he used his body as a ladder. He stood in the rising water, pushing sailor after sailor through the narrow opening to safety. When the water reached his neck, he looked back at the remaining men and began to pray the last rites. Some men have gone and quoted him saying, "You go ahead, I'll take the next turn." Quote, "I've had my chance enough. Let others go." He died that so others could live. His chalice was recovered from the wreckage. It's still corroded by the salt water. I don't know. I find that powerful because it's something we forget, how much we sacrifice for each other, how that we stand by each other's side. And I think it's important to point that out. Man gave his life up for his brothers. And that's powerful. That's powerful. Also, I see there are a few super chats here. Let's get them real quick. Patrick Robinson for $5. Did Sydney Sweeney actually apologize, or are people looking into it too much? I think she bent the knee. We're going to get into that, which is sad. I think we got bait and switched by Hollywood, and I was praying it wasn't true, but I've been through 3 different article versions now, 4 times. I don't know if she's playing some game, but you'll judge it in a second. Rod Thunderheart, member for a month. Great to see you, Rod. Always used to see you on FNT. In the chat, used to talk to you. Glad you're here. Hail, George. I missed my own sponsored Indigenous pipe healing ceremony. But everyone says I did the right thing. I spent my 18-year-old Kitty's last hours with her. Alessandra Cat Alec has moved on. Prayers. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know how that feels. From my heart to yours, I empathize completely.
Indigenous pipe healing ceremony. That's what I used to call smoking weed after school. Come on, guys, we got an Indigenous pipe healing ceremony we're gonna do. It's real.
Well, I like that. That's a nice way to put it. But no, I understand. When I lost my dog Rocky, now 5 years ago, I was with him. The doctors had said, "Do you want to leave?" We're gonna. I'm like, I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave him. He's gonna go through it by himself with strangers. The only thing is, I did give him chocolate before. He did eat chocolate because, they say he was a little dog. There's like chocolate's poisonous. And he lapped it up and went to sleep. So I'm with you there, brother. Man of War 665, member for 23 months. What exactly does it look like in the gift horse mouth beaver? I guess that's for Badger.
I don't know, but you're not supposed to do it.
Direct.
You know that comes from? You can tell the age of a horse by their teeth.
Hmm?
I didn't know that.
It's like checking the mileage on a free car.
Checking the rings on a tree.
Yeah, checking the rings on a tree.
Who is it? My first girlfriend told me you always want to know the true age of a woman. Look at her hands. Don't know if that's true, but they're like, look at the hands. Don't look at the face. Too much plastic surgery today. Look at the hands.
Well, you can't even tell nowadays because of Botox and all that shit. So
in the hands too.
I mean, wherever you could tighten it up.
I mean, I know they do it on the punani, but I didn't know the hands. I guess might as well. All right, Lucky Dice 78 for 10 Canadian dollars. Coworker just posted at 75. Asked him why he still does it before he passed. Said he never wants to stop working. Didn't need to, but wanted to. Worked until cancer took him. God bless him. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, you shouldn't stop working if you don't want to work. Or if you believe Musk, in about 10 years, no one will have to work unless you want to work. Thank you, Lucky Dice. And we also got Rod Thunderheart is back with 50 Canadian dollars. Hail, George. May I plug my book? Absolutely, brother. See Through Love at FrisianPress.see it. .c. Holy, what a day to remember, sir. Thank you for everything you've been doing, George. Keep doing what you're doing, sir. Stay strong, brother. Hey, Rod, if you have a link, share it in the chat, and the mods will post it up. Absolutely. We got to support each other. Thank you for that, Rod.
And congrats on that, man, because I got to tell you, like, I mean, I've written tons of screenplays, no problem, man. Writing a book is really tough. Rough. It's hard. It's difficult, man. Like, it's hard. It's not the same as writing a screenplay.
You actually have to write it. You can't just write, and they fight.
Yeah,
figure it out on the day of.
It's just a lot more detail. Yeah, for sure. So props to him for finishing and getting it published, man.
Hell yeah. Rod,
Yes, sir.
really give it to the mods. Post it in the chat. We'll post it everywhere. Then I'll put it in the description so everybody can go take a look at it. Go buy it. And please support Rod Thunderheart. Great guy. Great guy. And we'll post it again on Twitter. Eric K is taking care of it. Also, we had some good news from the Lone Star State. This small town in Texas showed everybody what Cowboys do best. They were setting off their high school football team to go to the playoffs where they won 48-21. Who doesn't like seeing cowboys? All we needed was a few Indians there.
America. America.
Hell yeah.
What a lot
America.
What a lot of foreigners don't understand is there's certain parts of America that takes football very seriously. So,
oh yeah,
in Texas, are you kidding me? It's like the Bible.
Very serious.
It is a religion.
It is a religion, most definitely.
When we annex you, you're gonna look so good in that cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
I'm not taking off my Canadian tuxedo.
You could be like Gene Wilder, the Jewish cowboy.
Oh man,
you remember that with Harrison Ford? You remember it with Harrison Ford? That I can't remember the name of the picture, but it was where he was a Yiddish cowboy.
A Yiddish
I don't even remember that.
Cowboy?
Yeah.
I mean, he was one in Blazing Saddles, right?
Yeah, but I'm not. No, it was one with Harrison Ford. What the hell is the name of that movie? Gene Wilder, Harrison Ford.
Yeah, because I'm only thinking of
The Frisco Kid.
Oh, Frisco Kid. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
Why.
It was
what's his name? Han Solo was in the Frisco Kid.
Oh yeah.
I never saw. I can't.
You gotta check it out.
I like Gene Wilder.
Hell yeah, I miss Gene Wilder. Of course, we have
only watch films with Jews in it.
Yeah.
So every film,
pretty much,
unless you're in the UK,
except Tyler Perry movies, right?
I have seen one.
You've seen one Tyler Perry movie?
Yeah.
You've seen them all. So good.
I'm assuming so. I mean, he's no Flip Wilson or Geraldine.
Black Israelites in there.
I'm going to bring this up. Do you remember the movie Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God, yeah.
Did you hear about the writer? They made they had an article the other day. I was going to bring it up at the end, but I'm not going to. It was in the Hollywood Reporter. The writer from that came out, put out this big statement. They did a story, I think Variety, Deadline, and the Hollywood Reporter covered it, where he regrets that he ever made the film, as the jokes he said were at the expense of transgenders, illegals, women, black people. He said the comedy didn't hold up. It has made me cringe, and I regret the fact that I ever made it. I don't know why out of the blue.
Holds up so fucking well.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are doing like, are they expecting something to come out of this virtual
He wants to
signal?
work.
Like,
he probably wants to work again. He thinks he's getting ahead of it.
But why?
I don't get it, man. You have like Molly Ringwald apologizing for John Hughes movies.
I think she
for
should
Pretty
apologize.
in Pink. She's apologizing for Pretty in Pink.
She should apologize for her nude scene when she was an adult. No boobs. I mean, come on.
Oh, it's a different time.
They've all aged insanely well. Ace Ventura, the whole reveal in that one.
Yeah, but did
John is digging into my hip.
But do any of you find "Dude, Where's My Car" offensive? I just thought it was
No.
absolutely
And then the Asian, it's the funniest thing with the drive-through. And no, and then. It's it holds up 100%.
But the writer thinks it's a problem. Yeah.
No, just
when you're dealing with comedy, okay, like it's going to be offensive most of the time. And that's what makes it funny. I hate to say it, but it just kind of does.
Yeah. The fact that they're not trying to offend people anymore means, it shows how bad comedy is. Like comedy hasn't been funny in years.
Well, he goes in the article, he states that when he made it, that was the time where cheap comedies were everywhere, that Hollywood was funding them like crazy. And
because people were watching them.
Yeah,
and he thought it was great. He's like, you made cheap comedies for teenage boys to spend their money on the weekend, and the movie did well, but he's not proud of it anymore. Paul, do you have any jokes that you did as Canoe Head that you regret?
As Canoe Head, oh no, he's pretty safe. There's nothing wrong with Taste Gunnels, miscreant. I mean, unless the miscreants out there want to line up outside of my house and protest. The people who don't understand what the word miscreant mean will be lined up outside of my hotel protesting. What does that mean? Stop using big words. End the big words, white person cabal. End it. Stop now. Anyways, I don't know. We're the city. Our city hall is not, and we don't just have our lefty city hall in Toronto doesn't just have land acknowledgements. They have imported American CRT into the our native land acknowledgements, and we didn't even have a slave thing happening, but we have to do that. It's one of the pernicious things was the importing of your American CRT bullshit.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Anyway, but it has nothing to do with us.
So you don't regret any
we have a Caribbean atmosphere here. It's a completely different party.
By the way, it is not it's the World Economic Forum DEI shit. It just got distributed through
that's right.
X. And thank you, Elon, the best African, now the best African American to purchase X. I appreciate you.
And we know all people of color think exactly the same way and all toe the exact same political line. Correct?
Correct.
I'll go a step further. We're a hive mind. Right?
Hive mind.
Well, that's on Pluribus. If you want to see a hive mind, watch Pluribus.
Oh, I am.
I'm enjoying that.
I love that show right now.
Oh, do you? Oh my gosh!
I mean,
really?
it's so
love it.
Okay.
It's a little meandering and self-indulgent, but they did end on a place where I want to see now that we got someone else.
I thought this was woke trash. I was told.
No,
I was told the same. I haven't checked it out yet.
It's not
I heard
woke.
It was bad.
There's nothing woke about it, man.
No, we're at the part now
other
where
than the lead being a lesbian, there's nothing.
But that's what I was gonna say. We're at the part now where we're kind of course correcting and we're going back to shit like it's appropriate for the character, or it's not.
It's
throwing
great.
me off.
It's great. She's a jerk. Her lesbian lover died. How much better can that get?
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it, man. No, but I knew we were in trouble.
That was improv. I'm sorry.
Well, I knew comedy was in trouble when they took midgets away from us, man.
I know.
That's what I knew.
Wicked had no fucking munchkins. There's just redhead.
You know how horrible that is?
Didn't even think of that.
The munchkins are just people with red hair.
It sucks. Midget bowling, my favorite thing.
Or tossing, whatever your fun is.
Come on.
They're very aerodynamic.
Yeah,
this is the way you
once
fight
the word
back
midget
and
became
ridicule.
offensive, man. That's crazy.
Midget is
You can't
not
offend
offensive.
people
That's
anymore,
like saying retarded is offensive, which retarded has been going around all week long because
That's
of Tim
the old.
Waltz.
That's the joke of like saying midget's like saying the N word. It's like try that out.
Listen,
you see the two different responses you get.
the height of comedy was Ed Ames on the Johnny Carson show throwing a hatchet at an outline of a cowboy and hitting him in the crotch.
Yeah.
That was the absolute apex of comedy, and it's been downhill ever since.
I don't know. I sometimes think comedy. You remember Carlin, 7 dirty words you couldn't say on television?
Oh, yeah.
I always
Oh, yeah.
loved that. That to me was
some great moments.
And you know what? And that was the rule for a long time. Those 7 words were the rule, you know?
Yep.
So
yeah, I remember. Now it's like DICRT.
Carlin
Social justice
was like a Notre Dame. Like so many of his,
You're
towards
right.
the end there, his whole bit about COVID before he ever had a bit about COVID, but he was talking about no one in his neighborhood got sick because of polio because everyone swam in the Hudson River. We swam in raw sewage.
Right.
So, then you talk about his whole bit about the pussification of the American male, which has just become the pussification of toxic masculinity, the whole thing. Like everything he said about teaching children to question things. He talks about no child left behind. Someone's losing ground. He'll talk about all of it.
Government
about just lowering the test grades.
Don't trust the powerful in government.
That big club, you and I aren't in it. Shit, they shuffle back and forth. All of it. The deep state. He said all of the things 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, comedians are good at telling the truth. They see through the bullshit and they get right to the point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they used to be, but that was their skill. And that was what made them funny, is that they just told the uncomfortable truths to America or whoever was listening to them. And everybody's like, yeah, you're right. And it was funny. But at the same time, they also had that insight to see through all the bullshit that was going on in the world, which I always enjoyed.
What about Dice Clay? I know he didn't last long,
God.
but he actually remarked at one time when he was doing his tour and he turned it in and it was part of his routine. He's like, one day you're going to see that they're going to be able to smoke a baloney pony at the bus stop, but I won't be able to smoke my Marlboro.
He's not totally wrong about that, man.
He's in California.
Go to San Francisco on any given day.
Come on, where they have needles on the ground and shit everywhere.
Hey, all that positive stuff you started in the show, you've now killed it all. The vibe is gone now, George.
Well, we have some more positive. 2 more things. President Trump gave medals to a few stars. Yeah, a few stars.
In the background. That's Ace Free.
Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley, yes.
He gave the Kennedy Center gold medal to several people.
A friend of mine, a wonderful person, a spectacular person, one of the true great movie stars. There aren't many. There used to be a lot. There aren't many now. But he's one of the great legends and had some of the greatest movies ever, including the top grossing movies ever. Sylvester Sly Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
There's a T in there.
Hey, who is that guy right there? Not Simmons, that one. The one in the purple glasses on the end.
Oh, no idea.
He's right. He's right next to Simmons, but he's the last one in the photo on the right. Anybody recognize him? I just couldn't find out who the hell he was.
Can't place him now.
Yeah,
not on drummer.
Don't know.
No, it's not Peter Criss.
Is it? No, I can't. Man of War, you're good with music. And that is Peter Criss. Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Wow.
I thought he was
dead. He probably thinks he is.
Good point.
Hey, yo.
This is great, Sly. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know Sly was that short.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Should I
Thank
go
you.
over here?
He's super short.
Sounds good.
I didn't know that.
Thank you, Sly. A friend
Wait
of
a
mine.
minute. Did he have a cane?
This is great, Sly. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you.
Holy shit, he does. He's walking with a cane. Must have gotten injured on the set.
Thank you. Yeah, sounds good.
Anyway, Tulsa King was renewed for the next season, but I don't know if I shared this with you a couple of weeks ago. Nola King is coming also next year. It's going to be Samuel Jackson. That's why they used the last 2 episodes to show Samuel Jackson's assassin character that they were introducing him doing that. What did they call that? A pilot or like a pilot inside of a a show or
Yeah,
test?
there's a nested pilot.
Yeah, something like that. Because
They did that on the Golden Girls with one of the main characters from Soap. They tested
Benson?
Not Benson. The crazy guy with the white hair.
Doc Brown?
No, that's another crazy guy
I
with
can't remember his name.
white hair. I'll look it up.
They all look the same to us.
Wow, they all look the same to us. Anyway, the other last piece of the good news before we get to Unhinged and then get to our movie talk about Netflix is Jack Posobiec shared this recently. There was a text message a couple of weeks ago that Senator Ruben Gallegos, which is a Democratic senator, sent it to a friend of his, and then the text got leaked. But I thought they're hilarious.
By the way, it was Richard Mulligan I was thinking of.
Richard Mulligan. Okay.
Take the Mulligan.
If you can I make this bigger here? No, son of okay. What?
What's happening here?
Okay, Senator Ruben Gallegos sent a text message to his friend. He's a Democratic senator, and he was trying to say how I can't get them bigger, so I'll read them to you. How the Democratic Party is looking today. His texts are in blue. He goes, been watching all the insanity there. I think it's time that somebody with a cool head and a solid plan could rise to the top of your party. No, and he goes, oh no, I'm sorry. The blue is his friend. Senator Gallegos is in white. He goes, oh man, have you met my party? I've been yelling at them this whole time. And then he shares a picture of that. I think it's a senator from Maine or a congresswoman. She goes, if erectile dysfunction had a face, the one with the blue hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he basically, in the end, ends up wrapping up. And he says, we look like not the fun party anymore, always telling people and correcting people, not allowing men to be men, women to be hot. We used to be the party of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Now dem women look like dem men, and dem men look like women. That was pretty much it.
Not wrong.
In trouble for that?
Oh, yeah. He got in trouble because what his friend was a Republican who was saying, you should basically keep fighting and bring back the party that you used to be. And so he was trying to say, like, we used to be fun party.
That's right. We used to be slave owners.
Like, to quote the critical drinker, man, we used to be a proper country.
A long time ago. A long time ago. Plus, we also now, for Unhinged, we had Jake Tapper showed his ass this week. During
literally or
no, not literally.
Figuratively.
You never know.
Figuratively. No, I think it would have been better if he actually showed his ass.
Ryan Cole Jr., 30-year-old white man from the DC suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in interstate commerce and with malicious destruction. Ryan Cole.
So
wait, he said he was a white guy?
Yeah, the picture's on the screen. He's describing the J6 pipe bomber they caught, and he says the white guy. Listen.
Wait, no. This is a troll. This is some. There's no way this is real.
And then he apologized yesterday.
Explosive device in interstate commerce and with malicious destruction. Ryan Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the
30-year-old white man.
No, I'm calling bullshit right now. There's no way this is the real thing.
It is. It's not. Yeah, you can go read the stories. It's funny. It's funny.
No, but the picture's added, sir. They added the picture later.
They added the picture later.
They added the picture later.
But he knew because he had the story. They added the picture later, but he knew who it was. It's just that he got busted.
So did he pull like a Ron Jeremy where he's just like Ron Jeremy? Hold on.
It's not fuck you. He didn't do the Anchorman.
No. I'm talking about Anchorman. Did he pull an Anchorman where he's just reading the
Who knows? But the point was is that the day before, everybody had come out and already had said who the pipe bomber was. Right? They already had that. So he came out 24 hours later and he was saying, "It's like, how can you say? Did you not read the news, or are you just reading the teleprompter?" It's and
it has to be one of those kind of mistakes because there's no way he knew going in.
Well,
Badger, you're on mute.
Mute it, Badger.
I'm a professional. I was saying, to be fair, Pipe and Ron Jeremy do go together.
Because he's laying it. That's what you meant. I get it.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a penis joke, Paul. It's very sophisticated.
We only do highbrow here, sir.
High. highbrow, not just high.
I shoot for mid-tier, so I'm not disappointed.
Well, you know what? Since you brought up the Ron Jeremy, the Anchorman joke, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this. No, not.
Yeah, don't pull. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't get banned.
Careful.
No, I'm gonna do this because John Cena. Anybody remember this thing that Cena did that got him in a lot of trouble?
你好，中国，就是叫西娜。我必须说，现在，在《速度与激情》中，我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有人问我，如果我可以用中文。
His Chinese is very good.
速度与激情就人给我很多资讯 information。所以很多采访，很多 information， 我有一个错误，我必须说现在就是很重要，我爱更尊重。
Suck a little harder. Keep sucking.
That's right.
我很抱歉。
This is the Taiwan reference.
Yeah, I watched them talk about it on Rogan. I don't know if you have that clip.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to play.
Makes me want to throw up in my mouth, man.
I know it does. He could not suck harder. It's like bend down, but
His Chinese. You see how much money is Zootopia? They all need to be sucking that Chinese
dick. Because they got to get that sweet. What is it? Yuan? What are they?
Yuan.
Yuan over there. They got to get that money, man. Yeah.
Well, it was also a different time because like that video is very old.
Yes,
it's a few years old. So, and that's back when we actually had to like cater to China. Now that we don't, or now that we've proven that it's not even that successful.
Never kiss ass.
Never kiss ass.
Oh, I agree.
It's like Sidney Sweeney's about to learn painfully what happens when you bend the knee. But he went on Rogan this week and was actually explaining some of it.
For anybody.
So was the teleprompter in English and you translate to Chinese?
Everything was in Mandarin. And in Chinese, they have the characters, which are virtually impossible for me to learn. There's like an infinite number. But they also have what's called pinyin, which is it's kind of spelled out in English with phonetics. So it has the 4 tones.
Okay.
So if you were to put something in front of me in pinyin right now, I could definitely read it. And I got good at reading pinyin. So I was like, man, I could send all these messages in Mandarin, and then more people will know about this movie, and more people will know about me, and more people will know about wrestling, and more people will be excited. Looked good on paper. Just my follow through was a bit weak, you know.
It doesn't even seem like that was your fault.
Right. It's probably a PR's assistant that's probably in charge of doing the grunt work of typing in all the different languages and the different countries. Like, it's tedious.
From what I know I'm going to learn a lot about you guys in this episode, but from what I know about you, you're into looking things through different lenses and different perspectives. It also could have been somebody being like, I'm going to get this kid.
Ooh.
But here's the thing. I do appreciate you saying like, it's not your fault. That's not true. It was my fault. And I think that's when I can start to work on like, well, what did I learn from this? And I could easily blame a PR, an assistant. I could say somebody had a target on my back, all that stuff. I fucked up.
Did you suspect that somebody might have set you up?
No.
Well, you're saying it like it's a possibility.
Well, man, when it happened, every theory came. Like, here's the thing. The world doesn't revolve around me, but my little world, everybody was like, they fucked up. They did this on purpose. I was like, well, first of all, who's they? So I was able to kind of eliminate all that. And once I realized I could still go on working, I really made a lot of people angry. And for that, I'm sorry. Like, again, I was just trying to.
That's crazy. Just by saying that Taiwan's a country.
In Chinese, though.
Right.
You know, like those are murky waters to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not even thoroughly fluent on the U.S. policy. I think it's like territorial ambiguity or some shit like that. Like it's so weird and it's so fragile. And I got into some water I shouldn't have been swimming in. But that's on me. It's not. It was my fault. And I think that's important for me to bear the burden of that and be like, yo, how can I course correct? What did I learn? Who do I really, really genuinely have to apologize for offending? The biggest thing that was a kick to the nuts is when like people stateside got pissed off.
Because you apologized.
Yes, in Chinese.
That's pretty much it. You did piss off half of America. You don't apologize to the Chinese. But so what do you think? Do you think he owned up to it? Course
As much as he
corrected?
could.
Can you correct that mistake? Because people still play that video.
I mean, he took ownership of it. He owns it, right? He's not like blaming a bunch of people. He's saying, yeah, there could have been this or that, but overall, I'm the one who did this myself. So I'll give him that, man. My thing with, look, guys, here's the problem with Hollywood. If you guys are looking for people to be based, you're looking at a handful of people, okay? Like, it's just not going to happen. It's the ones who are based are usually the ones you don't hear from. Like, you never hear from them, right? The ones who talk a lot, yeah, that's the majority. So, like, at this point, him apologizing for that, it's almost as good as you can get for someone in Hollywood.
Who said that? Fat Roller? That's the MSG talking. I like that.
Like, here's the thing: he's not doubling down on what happened, right?
No, he's not.
Virtual signaling. He's just saying, "Hey, I fucked up."
DA, do you give him a pass for that now?
I mean, owning your bullshit. Like if I fuck up and I own it, it is what it is. It's like, hey, I did that. I made a mistake, and owning it and not trying to pass the buck. I mean, that's what men should do. And so he's standing up and doing the right thing from that standpoint, but it doesn't take away from the fuck up. It doesn't erase what you did.
Good.
It just, okay, I messed up. All right. And yeah, we all messed up. Everybody that's on this panel, everybody in the chat's messed up, so John Cena admitting that he messed up. Okay. I can accept that. It doesn't take away from what he did though. You never bend the knee. You never apologize.
No, you do not.
But here's the thing. I guess for me, I'm more willing to forgive something like that.
Right.
Because he's not attacking the fans. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going after the fans. Like, for me,
he was just shaming the country, basically.
Right. Well, I mean, in a way, but in a very indirect way. You know what I mean?
Come on, you're coming off as a tough guy, and you're sitting there, basically.
Sure, no. Oh, George, I'm not justifying what he did, but what I'm saying is, in a very indirect way, yeah, he did that. But compared to what we have been through with some of these people, man, and just how they go after the fans and the audience. Honestly, I could forgive the China thing. I was like, you know what? Okay, dude, it's a while back. You owned it. You apologized for it.
Because that's what I thought. I thought
I probably won't forgive him. I won't forgive him for Peacemaker season 2.
Oh God, no, that's unforgivable. I think we all agree with Peacemaker season 2 was.
Won't forgive him for that, but the China thing, I could probably forgive him for.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a difference between track record, intent, who we believe the person is.
Right.
I have no interest in ever entertaining Mark Ruffalo, ever.
Yeah.
However, John Cena, big lug. It's not like he has a history of pulling a De Niro.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's so you have to look at the track record of the individual, what kind of politics they've been pushing. This has been a feel-good guy for most of his career, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you're saying, like, you accepted. He said it. He stepped up. No big deal. Move on. Because I agree with that. Okay. I think we're all on the same page. You, Badger?
Yeah. I think
Same
it's kind
voice?
of a nothing. He said something. He said it in Chinese. It was apparently not exactly the word he should have used. He called it a country. He probably meant landmass, whatever the fuck. And then he apologized in Chinese. It would be no different if it was a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Where he accidentally called something not a country or a country and pissed a bunch of people off.
Gotcha. Cool.
I think these are the same people judging him that would be on their knees for that fucking China money, looking at Zootopia 2 and other things.
I agree with you there. And they do it every day. They do it every day.
Cena also just seems like a really nice guy. All of his behind the scenes, I've heard of, because the clips go up. So yeah, it seemed completely on par with who he is. Yeah, but yeah, no forgiveness for.
Also, really quickly, I got to give Cena credit for this, man. I remember when we had the lockdowns going on during COVID, and this was like way after the fact. This is like almost 2 years after we're still on lockdown, right? But they started opening up some things here and there. I remember, me, Gore Allen, we were at San Diego Comic-Con, and they did like an earlier version of it, because normally in the summer, but for some reason they did it in October. No celebrity came, man, because of the COVID, right? John Cena was the only guy to show up, man, to promote Peacemaker, and he stayed and talked to people.
I didn't know that.
He shook their hands, and I'm like, while Hollywood was off being bitches, this guy was actually there with the fans and promoting his show. and wasn't afraid and wasn't wearing a mask.
Oh, that hey,
Right.
I never knew that.
So
That puts a
I
bit
got
of
to give Cena
perspective.
that.
Okay, absolutely. I like that. Where the hell does Cena live? Is he in California?
He probably
not
has a
have
home
a-
here or there. I
Yeah,
mean, here.
that's what he talks about. Is he's constantly moving and going everywhere for shows and movies and promotions and wrestling, which I guess he's not wrestling anymore.
No, didn't he just do, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago? He did his last match. Wasn't that 3
No,
weeks?
his last match is coming
It's
very
coming.
soon.
Because I saw something about it, and I didn't know if he lives in Tampa. Okay, thanks. He lives in Tampa. Well, I'm that's glad he's not living in California, because Gavin Newsom with Sacramento's Democratic Party are now pushing forward a retroactive tax at 5% for all billionaires, and it's just the first step. So if you leave California, it will be retroactive 5%, and they're saying it will only stay with billionaires, but they already had leaked documents that it will go, because it's going to happen in 2026. By 2027, they're going to look at people with $1 million.
That's got to be illegal.
You would think it's going to get challenged, obviously, but they're doing it. And you had Jonathan Turley, a constitutional attorney, who was talking about it all week. You know, like you can check in the Hotel California, but you can't check out. It's called the 2026 Billionaire Tax Act. Impose a one-time 5% tax on individual wealth exceeding $1 billion.
No, but that's if you leave, right?
Correct. Which I don't know how they can do that, but they are taught.
You also can't enforce it.
Right? Remember, Mom.
Yeah, how do
Donnie
you
said-
enforce something like that if you do leave? Like, how are they gonna come get it?
Well, it's the same way that there are people who, just like if you leave the state and you have a bill past due owed to the state, they're not going to be
They
like,
send
okay.
a collection agent after you.
Oh, absolutely. I've heard before that they've sent warrants. They basically send warrants. Yeah, it's not. It's like when I was 17, I got a ticket. I think it was like outside of Dallas for speeding. Oh, go figure. 16-year-old speeding. I was
See, this
speeding
is
like.
the slippery slope shit. Like, then what's
It
to
is.
stop them from doing this to everybody?
That's the point, because they're already talking about, because remember, California is facing $150 billion deficit over the next 5 years.
Well, and George, don't forget though, like, yeah, they're facing a deficit, but they also lost $16 billion unaccounted for. $16 billion missing. No one knows where it is, right?
They're losing
It's in Minnesota.
Like they got $16 billion for the homeless problem. Number one, nothing went to the homeless. Number two, where is $16 billion?
Right.
They know where it's at. They just ain't telling us.
It's in their pockets. You know that, and I
They
know
know where
that.
it's at. Somebody bought a mansion. A few mansions took care of that, man.
The fact is, Turley goes on to explain, he gives the stats there. California loses one taxpayer, one resident per minute. That's how many people flee. One a minute. So they're like, we got to do something. We're losing our tax base.
Yeah.
California's being run by a sociopath, dude. And the worst part is, like, I don't think people, they don't take it as serious as they should. That this dude is he's a psycho. He is literally a psychopath, and he's like destroying California from within. But it's weird that people will continue to justify him and defend him and vote for him. Like, I don't get it.
But if he got revealed as a lizard person, I wouldn't actually be shocked whatsoever
at all.
And we should point out that we have a detransitioner here on our panel.
Oh, look at that gooch! Disgusting.
Look at that. This is the governor of California. That man right there sitting with his legs over his head.
He's a nutcase. He's a nutcase. But of course, that's why we end up with kids like this, and this is the future. This mom posted this video. At first, I thought it was AI. I had some people telling me it was AI, and then I found that it wasn't AI. But this girl has a breakdown because her parents, her mom, asked her to do the dishes.
Riley, you were just trying to do the dishes. Just load the dishes.
I was gonna say that I actually can't.
The fake.
Have you ever seen something so pathetic?
This is what happens when kids don't get their ass whipped.
Yep,
Hey,
I was just about to
man.
say that. That wouldn't happen in my household. I'm sorry, man. You wouldn't have
Oh
been
my
able to get away
God.
with that one. Oh hell.
My mom had her pandofla, slipper. She would smack
Wow.
on my slipper. We had
La
fucking
chancla. La chancla.
No, in Greek it's pandofla. She'd like, let me see pandofla. You see my slipper? I'm like, when I was a kid, like dishes, cook. I mean, we learn how to cook, clean, dishes, clothes. This girl goes on, she's crying. The mother's telling her, oh shit, I'll show it to you. She's telling her it's mac and cheese, and she's acting like she's throwing up.
Oh yeah, they
What's disgusting?
Okay, so please stop videoing me. The sink is not even that bad.
Mom.
Who? Oh my god! It is
No.
mac and cheese, child. Mac and cheese.
I'm sorry.
So
You look at,
they asked her to wash the dishes in the sink,
yeah.
not to put it in the dishwasher.
No, just wash them.
Yeah.
Just wash the dishes. And I think this is another example. I've seen it a couple times on video in other friends' houses. Well, not friends of mine, associates of friends. Not anybody I know whose kids were the laziest bums I've ever seen in my life. Don't know how to wash a dish. Don't know how to do clothes. Don't fold anything. No, I can't say that one live on here. There are kids who we're talking about 17, 18-year-olds, right? Whose and I was like, whose parents are still doing their clothes for them, folding them up. And when they didn't get folded, the kid threw a shit fit.
Damn.
Like, I didn't have clothes for school. Attacking the mom. And I'm like, you gotta, you
See, and I was only halfway joking when I said, like, you know, Gen Z doesn't want to work, but it's kind of true.
But that's on the parents, man. And the Gen
100%.
Z kids are the kids of Gen X parents. So Gen X,
Sure.
if you got a kid like that, you got to hold that L. All right, because that's on you. That ain't on the kid. The kid only learns what the parents allow him to do.
Yeah, but
That's what it is, man. That's on the parents.
But when did it happen? Have you seen that, Paul? Like, when did it happen when we started spoiling kids so much? Like, spoiling, it used to be a good thing when you're a baby, but as the older that you get, you do it for their own good. You toughen them up so they can be prepared for life. It's not this.
No, I think that's a multifaceted answer. I don't think we have time for it. I think the one thing that we've lost is that most people don't know how to parent. There's no handbook. So one of the things that certainly benefited my parents, who had no idea how to parent, was that they didn't have to do as much of it as they do now, because society had a set of rules, that an invisible set of rules, which I call the come home when the street lights come on rule. How did we all know that? Did someone say that? No, it's because you were playing road hockey and the lights went on and they went, I gotta go home. So you went home also. There were these invisible rules out there that somehow the kids followed. Respect your parents, do this, do your homework. There were things that you just did that no one told you to do. And that was a collective societal set of rules that your neighborhood, let's call it, would make available to your kids without the requirement of your parents to nag you about those things.
Right.
But now that's gone. That's completely blown up. So we've lost that invisible force shield of parenting. And we've got individual parents who don't have a clue. They're too busy living their own lives. They're giving phones to their 1-year-old to occupy them so they can do God knows what. So we've got a huge breakdown on so many levels. And this girl here, she's old. How come
15.
washing the dishes is a surprise to her? How come it's not like the
Should have been washing them when she was 10 years old. She should have been washing dishes from that age on. I think that's when I started washing dishes.
Oh yeah, I was
like
washing
8, 9, or 10 years old, man. That's when you start. Yeah.
We took our turns washing dishes in our household. We had a rule: if you don't cook, you clean. That's
Yes,
it.
exactly. Always. Who you cook and one cleans. My point is it seems to me that a lot of this breakdown happened when parents started treating their children like friends.
Right. Well, it's also when kids started I don't know if this is necessarily, widespread, but when parents started being afraid of their kids, like my kid's going to turn me into child services if I whoop his ass, it's like, okay, then parents are running scared to discipline their children because they're afraid they're going to get CPS called on them. And then suddenly, you're going to have your kids taken away from them. So they started tippy-toeing around their kids and not, laying down that discipline. Because I think that's really what it comes down to. You got to discipline your kids if you want to make sure that your children grow up to be normal, regular, functioning human beings. But if you tippy-toe around them, that's where you get this kid that is throwing up because she doesn't want to do the dishes. Like nobody, I guarantee you that girl never received a spanking. I guarantee you she never received a spanking growing up.
But you also have to have a relationship with your parents. And I believe strongly, and I'll give you my idea of where the disconnect started. When this notion of quality time came in, when it's quantity time. You have to be with your kid have to be around your kid long enough for them to come to you and want to engage you, as opposed to, okay, I'm home. Let's have 15 minutes of quality time because I don't really have, I got to watch the football game or I got to do something else or something around. So we'll enjoy ourselves for the next 15 minutes and we're done. No, I think that has been a huge detriment is you got to make time for your kids and spend time with them and sit down and watch the 80th version of Barney. I mean, and just shut up and enjoy the fact that your kid is enjoying it. Don't put your own parental preferences on your kid. So I mean, one of the things, I was at a party, and one of the things that I had learned was the more time a father spends with their daughter, the later they have sex in life. And I mentioned this to two other male lawyers, and they all went, "Oh, crap."
Well,
yeah, we better spend more time with our daughters.
I mean, Chris Rock said, man, your only job as a father is to keep your girl off the pole.
That's
pretty much.
That's it. That's it. It's quantity time.
I guess now it's keep them off OnlyFans, but
too late.
How sad. Yeah, Chato's Guide to Parenting. Absolutely. Bring up the super chat.
I agree. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, 100%.
Razorburn, my favorite Rivethead, for $2. Hail George, love to see you on FNT one day. Well, let him know. I appreciate it, Razorburn. I appreciate it. Kick the ladder, sending $1. I like that. Straightforward. You didn't say anything. You just dropped the $1. I appreciate the support. Kick the ladder. Thank you for that. Way to go. Tender Warrior 68, always coming in hot. He gifted 5 George the Giant Slayer membership. Thank you, my friend. That's the way to do it. Keep us growing. Hope you're having a great day. We also got Lucia. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you. She gifted 5 George the Giant Slayer memberships. Please go thank Lucia and Tender Warrior 68. They've got 10 new people to be members. I love that. Put a smile on my face, George from FNT. I haven't been. No, actually, was it? No, that was before I was on YouTube. Rod Thunderhard for another $20. Hey, George, the government shot? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It pissed me off, too. Dude with the cowboy hat, unless you're an actual cowboy, no, F off. You have no idea what those hats represent, sir. Get lost. Hope my see-through love link got through. Yeah, I hope it did. Eric, yep, it did. Yeah, I agree with you. I see people wearing the cowboy hats and they try to pull it off and they don't know shit that they're talking about. Especially after Landman, I'm now seeing the cowboy hat population double. And you can tell these effeminate little dudes with the cowboy hat on. And yeah, it doesn't work. Eric K, King of the Mods, member for 20 months. Taiwan is the rightful. It is not the rightful fucking gut of China. I know that's what they believe. You're trying to piss me off. Taiwan deserves to be free.
But you have to say it in Taiwanese, sir.
Yes, I will not. China and Taiwan is its own country, and I will not apologize. Thank you. Graph Web for $2. I haven't seen you around, Graph Web. Always great to have you back. In the name of all that is holy, cancel Disney Plus. I think they're doing that to themselves, especially Ahsoka. Season 2 is coming out soon. Who is, I heard some rumor the other day that there was supposed to be someone in it, and it was a big name, and I was like, it can't be true.
What, in Ahsoka?
Yeah, in season 2. Have you heard about that?
Heard about that. I'm trying to remember who it was because you're right. It was a pretty big name.
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I can't remember who it was though.
Yes,
that name, because I'm old enough to remember, just reminded me of Madge and her saying, "You know, you're Ahsoka-ing in it."
It shouldn't be Claudia Black because she's not in it.
I wonder though if she's coming back in Stargate, in the new Stargate.
That's what everyone is suggesting. Is that if she couldn't make a deal with them, that maybe she'll come back as a Vala or whatever her name was in Stargate.
I love Stargate. I just don't trust anybody.
I mean,
over
in
there.
all fairness, though, a lot more people excited about Stargate right now than they are Star Wars. So,
Which is
they've
sad
all
when you-
completely forgotten about the fucking horrible track record Amazon has had. But I guess we've brought back enough OG writers and producers that they're happy about it.
Is it Natalie Portman?
Natalie Portman.
So the only way this will work is if they do some sort of flashback thing, which I guess is possible. But if you couldn't fucking afford Claudia Black, I doubt you can afford Natalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Hayden will be back, but
You know what I tell you I like? Have y'all I'm not a big AI fan, but lately I've been getting these videos from different channels which are doing AI Star Wars stories, like filling in kind of like the Dark Horse comics.
Skywalker stories is an
And
absolute
I'm enjoying them. I'm like, wow, this is what Disney should have been doing.
Dude, I've gotten so much shit lately about the AI thing, and I'm telling you right now, I was against it too. I there's part of me that will always kind of be against it because
I agree.
I'm a film guy. You know, I love film. I love the art of film. But I'm telling you, man, AI is going to get to the point where we're just going to be able to have what we want, right? And once we can have that, it's done. It's
I'm
over.
just going to do my own Kyle Katarn Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
I'm never going to get
I
it from
don't
Hollywood
like
or
AI.
Disney.
I agree. I don't like AI, but I've seen a couple of these videos where the story, I enjoy the story.
At
Because
the
I
end of
pull
the
it
day, it
directly
still
from
takes a
comics.
human to prompt it.
Yeah.
This is like saying I don't like the printing press. I like it handwritten by monk scribes. Bro, the words are still the words written by people. And whether it's all CGI or whether it's all
But I feel-
AI, it is still done by a human directing it.
But see,
I agree with that. but
I
there's
think
no
what everybody.
humanity. It's soulless, though. I enjoy the story aspect, but still, when I'm looking in the eyes, I don't feel. Maybe it's because I know it's not an actor.
But George, here's the thing, and I think this is what so many people miss, man. And they get all lofty about their ideals of what Hollywood should be and what film should be. At the base level, this is entertainment. So whatever entertains me, that's all that matters, right? If I'm entertained by it, and I say that because I showed you that post I put up about that X-Men AI thing.
Oh
right?
God,
Where they
that
did
was awesome.
And here's the thing,
Yeah.
here's the thing, it wasn't even the best AI I've ever seen. It wasn't that great, but
No.
here's the thing, it made me feel something.
It shows how easily they could have they just listened to what we're saying.
Yeah,
on all the things, every
Yes.
single fucking franchise. If they would just listen to us, that's what. And it took 20-30 seconds.
Yeah, I think at this stage of the game where AI is at, it's kind of giving us what we want, and once it becomes the norm, then you're going to start to see the real true artists come out and do the real work. Right now they're just giving us the AI video. Oh yeah, this is cool. But once AI becomes the norm and the real artists step in and start embracing it and using it, I think that's when you're going to see the real value of AI. It is just a tool. The real artists are always going to shine, regardless of whether they're typewriting or, like Badger was saying, using scribes or using a PC or using AI, whatever. The true artists will always come through and shine. So I think it's going to be fine.
I'm trying to find that video verbal that you had so everybody can see what.
Oh yeah, I'll find it for you. But again, it wasn't something that was like, it's not the best AI I've ever seen, but watching it, it did make me feel something like, oh, this is what we could have had.
There's going to be a narrow couple of year period, and that might even drop drastically because everything goes exponentially, where being an AI artist will be a thing. You are just really good at prompting. But then eventually the AI gets so good that I can just say, hey, take the Jedi Outcast video game and turn it into a 2-hour live action movie. Make sure to highlight these points and add this at the end. Thank you. And I will have a full fucking movie with AI everything, and it won't feel soulless. It won't.
If it
I'm
doesn't
already
feel
playing
soulless,
video
if it
games
doesn't
now
feel
that
soulless,
add
that'll be good.
thousands of new characters that all have voiced dialogue, and it is all AI.
Okay, George, I put it in the private chat. I'm putting it in right now. But yeah, this was the video basically. Again, not the best thing I've ever seen, but just it did make me feel something like, oh, there's potential here.
Well, it starts off the right way too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does. This is what Rebel was talking about.
Previously on X-Men. You must be exterminated.
And obviously the music helps.
Also, Davis Desmalchin or whatever is a fucking morph. Perfect.
Yep.
And there's Ginger Spice as
what is it? I
Ginger
just love the
Spice
music.
on the left as Rogue.
I love the music, the way they set up and with the X-Men logo. It just gets you. I know. I just love
It just makes again. It just makes you think this is what could be, right? Or maybe what could have been if they just listened to what the fans wanted.
Absolutely. All right. Before we move on to Netflix, I just want to show you this one thing. Did y'all see that Sinners, the movie by Ryan Coogler, one of my favorites of the year, has a new version out? In case anybody didn't know, it's the BALS version. Tell the BALS is the first application in a film of, and I shit you not, I can't believe I'm actually saying
So
that.
you have to watch the movie with that chick signing the whole time?
Yes, but it's not just sign language. Warner Brothers put this out. BASL is interpreted by Nakia Smith, right? It is sign language for the Black community. It is a distinct dialect of American Sign Language with its own dynamic history and unique grammar, signing space, rhythm, facial expressions, cultural nuances. For the first time, the Black deaf community will have streaming access to a more immersive experience in their language.
I don't know. She was holding back. I mean, if it was going to be Black Sign Language, it's going to be.
I can figure for Greek it would be like,
you're terrible. She was dull as shit in that. What?
But you know, there was always this running joke in the Black community about how, like, you know, if you were a deaf person in the hood, you were dead because everything looks like a gang sign, basically. So,
but have you ever heard of anything like that? BASL? I never in my life.
I've never heard of that in my life.
You know, here's the thing, George. I guarantee you, this was not Coogler's idea. This was some white liberal who said this would be a great idea. And the reason why I know this was a white liberal is because it's the same people who probably pushed when they were trying to make Ebonics a second language for Black people or for Black kids in school. So, yeah, they're constantly trying to do this.
It's just when I read it and it was pushed out by Warner Brothers, I know one of them for fucking sale.
But I mean, her it seemed like she was so slow. She wasn't really.
Oh, you didn't see the fingers? How she, when it was the music and when the character speaking.
No, I'm talking about the music. But I mean, when they were talking, there wasn't that. They're pretty snappy. With their stuff. Maybe she's riffing on that South African Black guy who, when he was doing the sign language for some kind of South African minister, was making it all up. Like it wasn't sign language at all. It turned out to be just gobbledygook.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. He was working for a year until someone.
Yeah, he was just making shit up.
I'm
pretty sure this is really not doing anything. This woman could be making shit up, and Warner.
I want Greek sign language. I want Jewish sign language, Greek sign language,
because of segregated schools where Black people couldn't get into the beat. So I get the original intention in like the late the 1800s, early 1900s. Yes. I get
sign
it.
language,
but we've long since moved on to where everyone can just learn
regular old sign language. Yeah.
This is literally the equivalent of stewardess, I speak jive. Right. Like this is the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's got like Uncle Tom in there somewhere.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're speaking regular ASL.
When I saw that, I was like, what was Coogler thinking? But I think you're right.
He has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. It couldn't be. There's no way he'd fuck up a film like that. No, he's done a great job. And of course, Cynthia Erivo is about to screw up Dracula as she gets ready to play not only Dracula and Bram Stoker's Dracula, but all 23 parts.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like that's like the Shatner gag in the movie that Robert Meyer Burnett produced.
How does she not go away?
Well, she has talent.
She can sing, man. Look, she can sing. I give her props.
She has freak of nature. She does have pipes, but she keeps
So that's what
wanting to
that
play
talent
male
is
role.
keeping her on the map. That's
I know,
why.
but
That's why she
keeps
won't
playing-
go away.
But she keeps playing male roles. She did Jesus Christ Superstar. Now she's going after Dracula. And I'm like,
Well, at least
come
with
on.
Dracula, it's a little bit more on brand, you know.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
close to Nosferatu, right?
more so
It's
than
close.
Jesus, you know. My thing about her, which is weird, is how do you look more normal being green, right? She looks more normal in the movie than she looks
I was
in real
saying
life.
that. We was talking about that on my channel. It's like she actually looks better green. That is bad.
I can believe it. I can believe it. Oh, yeah. Oof, what a week. What a week. Now,
You know what? As long as they don't cast her as Storm, I don't care anymore.
you don't think any of those rumors are true? They want to bring her into the MCU, do you?
George, who knows?
She said she wanted to play. I think didn't she say she wanted to play Storm? And that's where it all started. She said,
play
"Oh, I would
Voldemort.
love to play Storm." Yeah, she ain't playing Storm. No chance.
But D, don't forget she was in the biggest movie of the year. One of them. One of the biggest movies of the year. So
yeah.
Well, hasn't Utopia now blown everything away?
Yeah.
This weekend?
I don't know where they're at box office wise.
900 million, isn't it? This weekend
Shit.
total?
Damn. In 2 weeks.
I believe it's at 900 million. Someone
Is that worldwide or just here?
Worldwide.
It's all China, man. China's the one propping up Zootopia, man. It's all China. I think
The
they got,
ratio is insane.
yeah, it's all
Wow.
China.
You know what? Good for them. Good for them.
But it's blowing everything away.
I
We
think,
all
domestic it's like 2 something, and then international it's almost at 7. So like
Yeah,
the
it's
disparity
insane.
is fucking insane.
Hey, it all counts.
Yeah, it's all money.
Well,
Plus-
Disney only
counts.
gets like 25% of the money. coming
Well,
out of
okay,
China.
so they get 50% of the domestic, 40% of international, but 25% from China.
Yeah.
Plus, fandom events. I want everybody to know this before we jump on to Netflix. Fandom events in January will be putting on for about a month all of for the 25th anniversary of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. They're going to put out the extended edition, but they're not doing them back to back, so you can't go sit there for 12 hours. Every weekend they're going to have another film, and they put
Theater space for that.
Yeah, and they just put out the new trailer for the 25th anniversary.
The weapon of the enemy has been found. Bring me back this mighty gift.
Oh, the Netflix
Yeah, the
reboot
face
of this is
was
going to be
always
awesome.
Yeah.
Shut up, Fox! The world of men shall fall.
You know the way to Mordor.
This is my power.
All 3 of them, huh?
Yep, all 3 of
that's
them.
nice.
Oh, I can't wait.
I still get chills, man. That was
Still,
just such a
man.
damn great
Still.
series.
It's a great experience on the big screen because they just did one of them last year, extended edition.
Fathom events, awesome. Yeah, Men of War turned me on to Fathom events, and I love them. But I'll tell you the one thing I'm not looking forward to, which I was. It's before Jackson and his co-crew did Helm Hammerhand, which I was looking forward to when I first heard it. Which is The Hunt for Gollum is moving forward, and so I went back through the books over the last few weeks when I was in bed when I was sick, and I wanted just to pin down how many pages does the story, The Hunt for Gollum, actually covered by Tolkien. So I looked through the Fellowship of the Ring, and it's mentioned in about 10 lines at the Council of Elrond as Gandalf is telling the story. And then it's in the Unfinished Tales and in one other place. So basically, Peter Jackson is taking to make a 3-hour movie, a maximum from 10 to 14 pages. Paul, how do you make a movie off of 14 pages?
Well, I guess what you might not understand is that a single line, like from a Terminator, not a Terminator movie, but let's say a Transformer movie, Michael Bay will write, and they fight, and then he walks away, and then that's like about what, an hour?
Right, but how do you tell a Tolkien story? It's total content out of 4 books is 14 pages maximum, 10 to 14, depending what you count.
Again, it could be, they walk over the mountain,
It's filler. You're gonna have an older, de-aged Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn.
I just don't know how to.
I mean, George. I mean, look what they did with The Hobbit, man. The Hobbit, it was a little tiny book, and they made it 3 movies that were over 3 hours.
I know. That's why I'm worried. They took The Hobbit and made 3 movies. They're going to take 10 to 14 pages and make a 3-hour film.
Oh, I bet you they split it into 2 movies.
You really think so? No? There's not enough material. What are they going to make?
10 pages into 2 movies is wild work.
There wasn't enough in Hobbit, and they did
the Hobbit. I think I'm not entirely certain that Peter Jackson was happy that he made that agreement.
No,
Did he
because
get forced essentially
he
into
did
doing
because
it.
Guillermo del Toro belted. But I think he should have done what directors used to do. I'm not going to do this shit. We have to start over. But he just picked up where del Toro left off. That was a bad.
Right, but Andy Serkis is directing and starring, and Jackson and the producing
Ian
partners are there.
McKellen.
So it's saying the right things.
It is, but I was looking at the material. Okay, here's the whole story, just in case anybody doesn't know. Basically, Aragorn in the books actually hunts down Gollum and he finds him. He called it the toughest job he ever had. Found him in the dead marshes, grabs him, snatches him after 7 months, takes him to the elves of Mirkwood, has the elves look after him, like, hey, you watch him, you guard him. The elves guard him. You know, you have basically this meth addicted cockroach in Gollum, flipping out, screaming, slivering.
Just describe 2 movies. The first movie is him finding him, and the second one is taking him to the elves.
That happens in a page. He finds him. The elves let him go. The elves let him go because they give him recess.
No, and they'll open with Gandalf saying to Frodo, "I hunted for the creature Gollum."
But that is in the books.
Yeah.
It is. But you're talking about when you put them all together with the appendices, the unfinished tale and Fellowship of the Ring, it is at max 14.
Right,
pages.
but if you add 3 and they fights, like
Like
Paul is, I'm not even fucking joking, because that's what George used to do when he's talking about and they fight. That's like 20 to 30 minutes right there, depending on how many you do.
I always thought it was each page represented a minute on screen. Did that change?
I have not heard that metric. Is that
No, I have.
Is
And
it?
that used to be a thing before like the big action blockbusters took over, right? Before that was a rule, but you can't apply that to a movie like, you know, Transformers or Godzilla or, you know,
or The Social Network. in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I still say that's some of Aaron Sorkin's best work.
I agree.
It was.
Oh, and you add in flashbacks for Gollum for like more contextualization or some shit like that. Yeah, you could pad it out. I'm not saying it'd be great, but I could see them padding it.
Yeah, the only mystery it's ever going to solve is the fact that they actually had Gollum. They took him to the elves, and the elves decided to give him recess time because he was freaking out. So he climbs up a fucking tree. The orcs show up. He gets rescued or not, and then he escapes. That's it. Basically, in Fellowship of the Ring, when Gandalf runs back in and asks Frodo, "Where's the ring?" That's him coming back from discovering after interrogating Gollum. After they caught him, that's the movie. It fits in that one section. It's just odd. I just feel let down by Jackson after he fucked over Helm Hammerhand, so I don't trust the fucker.
Oh, I was done after the 3 Hobbit movies, man. I'm like, this is some shite.
No, I wasn't done. I wasn't done after that, just because the fact that he didn't start it. I just didn't have a lot of
Rings of Power. That'll give us the itch we're all wanting to scratch, right? Right?
Yeah. Anyway, so what do y'all think as we start about the Netflix Warner Brothers deal? That's what I really wanted to talk about.
I hate it, but at the same time, it is what it is, man. I mean, they were going to be sold to somebody, right? They were going to be sold to either Comcast or Paramount, and I forgot who the other bidder was, but I mean, someone was going to get it. In a way, I do hate the fact that it's Netflix, only because of the fact that Netflix hates theatrical, and I don't know how that's going to.
Well,
what was your time frame? Remember on Film Threat, you gave a time frame of how long you thought for theatrical releases to go. Didn't you say 5 years?
Me?
Within this, yeah.
Yeah, I gave it. Look, more or less 5 or 6 years. Right.
Okay, I'm saying we're at like a year. This is the worst possible fucking choice. Paramount was committed to theatrical releases. They were going to push out 30 a year. They were hiring creatives, guaranteeing them. Netflix is a bag of fucking liars. Sarandos even started talking about closing the window. We'll put your movies out. 2 weeks if you're lucky.
2 weeks if
If
you're
you're
lucky.
lucky, and 500, not even 1,000 theaters, we're cooked, and they will be able to control the streaming market now. It's a clear monopoly of the biggest streamer with the third biggest, and when you can combine them, they will be setting the tone. They will be changing the release windows, and we're cooked.
Paramount can still
If
do
it
the
goes
30
through.
releases.
It's
Paramount
not
can
going
still do 30
through.
releases. They can still, Hollywood can double down on what this is the problem. Hollywood decided to go into a streaming war with Netflix, a war they absolutely could not win. And they divested themselves of all of their money. They threw it into streaming. They all lost money on streaming. In the meanwhile, Netflix is just, gobbling up market share. They're getting bigger. They're getting stronger. The entire time, Hollywood needs to go right back to what we've been saying. Physical
Back to the
media
basics,
and theaters. They need to double and triple down on that business model because they're trying to fight Netflix on Netflix's turf, and they're losing. And that's why Netflix was able to grab one of their own. They grabbed Warner Brothers right out from underneath them because they decided to play in that playground. So Hollywood's their only strategy.
What? You broke up.
Yeah.
You froze.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom.
Or you just keep shaking your head.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, he's right. Here's the deal. I don't think it's going to go through number one, especially if you go start digging into how Larry Ellison and his son are going to deal with this. They've even talked about doing a hostile takeover because remember, Netflix, Paramount offered $30.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, what were you saying? And I'll get back to it. What were you finishing up? Because you froze.
Well, I was just saying they got to go to 90-day windows. They got to
Right.
start refocusing on physical media because these are the areas that Netflix doesn't want to compete and can't compete. They can't
Agreed.
compete with physical media. All right.
They
They don't
can't.
want to. They don't want you to have a collection of 1,000 DVDs that you watch when, instead of Netflix. They want everything going to streaming. And so Hollywood, in order to beat Netflix, you can't try to compete with Netflix on Netflix's own in their arena. All right. They already mastered streaming long before Disney Plus and HBO Max and Paramount Plus. They mastered streaming 10 years. They were ahead of the game. And so the only choice you got at this point, Hollywood, is to do what we've been saying. Stop making woke bullshit. All
Go
right.
back to
And
the
focus on
basics.
theatrical releases, make the windows 90 days minimum. And you might actually have a chance of, keeping Hollywood alive because otherwise, like Badger just said, this thing is all going towards streaming. Netflix is going to win the day. Apple
Because
will
it
probably
breaks-
pick up Disney or somebody next.
It breaks the entire fucking theater funding model. It already
kills
happened once with
theaters.
losing DVD sales.
Yeah, it'll kill the
A
theater.
bunch of movies used to get made. Matt Damon says that, right?
Matt Damon,
Okay, but the other one is these big fucking blockbusters that get a bunch of people to go and pay the money at the thing. Like that is a huge part of the life cycle. And if you remove that and have it straight to your subscriptions, don't make money. It's why they keep raising prices.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't replace these budgets. You can't get back these budgets without the theatrical experience.
Correct. 100%. I don't think, number one, I'm going to say, I don't think this deal is going to go through. Trump doesn't like Sarandos, hates fucking Netflix.
But Sarando said that he talked to Trump in November.
Yeah,
and he
it's
didn't
never-
know.
it's never gonna
everybody's
fucking
hoping
happen.
Trump. Everybody's hoping Trump is going to bail him out. I don't think it's happening. I
I'll
think
tell
this
you
thing
why.
is going to go through.
I'll tell you why, and I respect your opinion, but I tell you why. Because if you look at the DOJ's antitrust division with Gail Slater, they already they've announced if any deal were to move forward, they would start a multi-year investigation into Netflix, beginning before the ink is signed. She said 3 years minimum. She'd spend the entire rest of the term tearing Netflix apart.
But here's the problem, George. If Warner wants to sell, right? They have that right to sell. Now I don't know if that means. Now here's the thing: do they have to break up their company? That I don't know.
Well, see, for Netflix, according to the deal, the way that what has come out is Netflix would not get Discovery Global nor CNN. They'd get the streaming and the film division. Yep. Paramount wants the whole thing. And that's why they want to go back directly to the shareholders and or do a hostile takeover, which is to offer more money.
The other thing you're not looking at either is Zaslav wants to sell fast. He wants this done already. So
but remember, these fuck buddies with Sarandos, that's the other thing that they're bringing up that the Ellisons are.
I mean, again, the thing I don't get, right? And I brought this up on my show yesterday is, and I guess I do kind of get it, is Warner has had the best year they've had in a long time. Yeah. Like this was Warner Brothers' year,
right?
I think. When it comes to big studios, they've had the most success in the studio. I mean, in the theaters. And I get it, you want to go out on top, right? It's like you rose up the value of the company.
Why sell it?
Now's the time to sell, right? Because you rose it up, and you got more bidders, and people are more looking at you now, right? I get that, but also why sell, man? Like if you're having like the best year you've had, and it looks like you're back on track.
Right.
Stay on track. Like what are you
They're in
doing?
a shit ton of debt, man. They got a lot of debt.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
You know why I think Trump won't let it go through? Because you watch Trump long enough, he's going to say, Hollywood is as American as apple pie on July the 4th. Netflix coming in will kill Hollywood. This is what the death of Hollywood looks like. Once the movie
that's the problem, man. Hollywood is killing Hollywood. It's not Netflix.
No,
they gotta. You gotta go back. You gotta go. It's just like bailing out the banks.
No. I agree with you. Hollywood did it.
But my point is you have to let Hollywood take this L. Otherwise, they don't learn their lessons. Okay, they won't figure out. Okay, what did we do that was wrong? We tried to, number one, compete with Netflix in streaming. That was wrong. We created 8 new streaming services overnight, and everybody started, let's pull Office, and let's pull, what was the other one? Friends, and all the stuff that Netflix had in the Marvel TV shows. Let's pull all of that stuff off. We'll get it away from Netflix. We'll put it on our own streaming services, and we'll collect all of this subscriber revenue. And they were wrong. All they did was dilute the market to the point where it's like, well, I'm just going to go with the safest bet, and everybody just ran back to Netflix anyway, because that's the safest bet. They had the biggest catalog, and they had the sustained business model. Everybody knew what they were doing over at Netflix. Go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry, I've been running.
So I have a question for all of you.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, does the audience really care? So let's say tomorrow, all theaters close down.
Right.
All of them just closed down. Is there going to be a protest? Is there going to be signs outside of Cineplexes?
They don't protest when their kids are brainwashed at school. They're not going to protest for that, but it's going to change.
My concern is that I think we've passed the point of no return.
Oh, we haven't. And yeah, there would be protests.
Yeah, there
People
would
like
be,
the fact
but
that
how
it's
many
still there.
Online?
like enough to open them back up again?
Well, the SAG Guild, Directors Guild, Writers Guild.
I'm not talking about the creative people.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about them. I'm talking about the movie-going audience.
I think people
like, I want to spend $300 to take myself and my kids to a movie.
Right, but
open this goddamn door.
I think people will protest because it's a part of Americana. I just
George, here's the thing.
I don't think they will.
George, to correct you on that one real quick, I think outside of California, maybe New York, no one else is going to care, right?
No.
Like I really don't. And the reason why I say that is I went to the theater recently here in Colorado for the first time on a weekend, and so I it's an AMC, it's a multiplex, right? It's a big theater. I go on a Friday, like at 6 p.m. It was like
packed?
The weirdest ghost town I've ever. It was like there was like these 2 weird old people working there, and that was it. Right? There was one chick behind the counter doing popcorn. No one in the theater. No one's in the theater at 6 p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah, you should see the Walk of Fame in Colorado. Well, that's
but no, really. I mean, I don't think anyone outside of California is going to protest, right? Don't get me wrong. I think people will be upset.
You don't think kids are going to miss it?
I think people will be upset if there's no more theaters. But here's the thing. They'll get over it within a few weeks. They'll get over it.
People have got the big screens. They've got decent sound.
But it's not the same as a movie theater experience. It's an event.
You're talking like an old man. I'm talking about people who are they're like, there's already scripts have changed to accommodate what are called 2 screeners.
Why are they going to see Zootopia? Why aren't they just waiting?
Why not?
People like the idea that the theaters are still there, and they hope that one day there'll be things worth going to see.
But listen, I agree, but as what's his name from Netflix said, if Zootopia just showed up on the streaming today, it'd be a big hit. Like, who cares? They get to see Zootopia.
But there's a difference because Ted Sarandos also said well, my son is an editor, and guess what? He just watched Lawrence of Arabia on his
Yeah, and
iPhone.
he's an ass.
I would have been like, this guy should not be involved in film or entertainment. His ass should be drop kicked out of a fucking airplane, because it's that mindset that has destroyed it. Because remember, culture, films are the medium of communication. It's a bridge.
But George, we are the theater generation, right? We're the ones who, like, every weekend as a kid, we were at the movie theaters, right? Putting our
I didn't even give a shit what was there. I
paying
just showed up.
$5
Yeah.
to watch a movie, right? You spend another like $5 for popcorn and a drink. You get dropped about 10 and maybe $12 at the most. Most, right? We are so past and beyond that, man. And movies stayed in the theater for months.
Yeah, but could you
Right?
imagine someone saying Lawrence
Well,
of
who
Arabia on
creates
an
this?
iPhone is the same thing as seeing it in a movie theater?
But
Oh,
they
no, it's
don't
not the-
care,
it's not
is
the
my
same thing.
point.
No.
They
Right.
don't. That is
They
the
don't care
tragedy.
because that's what
Right
they've
now.
been getting. They've been getting
Right,
everything
thank you.
on
I-
streaming.
so
They've been
fucking
getting
infuriating.
everything on their phones. And if you change the ecosystem, you'll change the consumer. The
Again,
consumer is
I
used
hope
to
so.
doing what you're giving them. You're giving, like when we went to the pandemic and everything went everything went on streaming. That's what created all of this. Prior to that, like people were still going to the movies. Like some of the biggest years we had was 2018, 2019. These
Right.
were still big years in
Because of
theaters.
the MCU mostly, but yeah.
But people still want to go into the movies. Like you go and look at some of those Avengers Endgame videos where people are cheering and going crazy. You think people don't want to go and do that any longer? You
Because
think
it's an
people don't wanna have
emotional
those
group
experiences?
experience.
Those
Yes.
collective experiences, people still
Yeah.
want to do that. So
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that people are just like, I just want to watch it on my phone.
I
I just want to
don't
watch it
believe
on
it.
my big screen at home by myself. I think people still want to go to the theaters. That's why
Oppenheimer,
it's something-
Barbie. Yeah.
yeah. But the problem is that Hollywood, they just screwed themselves because
I
they were
agree.
chasing after streaming. That's the problem. So
I
Hollywood
agree.
has to reverse that, and they have to go back to doing what they used to do.
Which
So
we
here's
could
the
have
choice.
done. Which we could have done with Paramount doing 30 fucking movies
Yes,
a year.
I agree.
And they can
I
still
agree
do
with
it.
you.
That's
Based
what I'm saying. They
people
can
and
still do
based
30
creators. And yeah, they're going to have to take some losses. They're going to have to Costco hot dog it for a while before people go, there's been a bunch of good movies that have come out and they're going to have to find a way. But there is still a chance if we went that direction. There is zero fucking chance with Netflix.
Yeah, zero.
And everything you're
Absolutely.
saying will be true.
I know,
and it will be
Batron, I
gone.
agree with you. I think that I hate this deal. I don't like Netflix. Look, I respect Netflix for what they are. And what most people keep like failing to realize about Netflix is they're not a studio. They
They're a
are a
big
tech
tech
company.
Yep.
They're a tech company who revolutionized streaming for the most part.
Yep.
All the other ones are studios who tried to play that game, like Derek said, and lost.
Yep.
Right. So I do hate the fact that Netflix is buying them. With that
I don't
said,
get it.
though, with that said, there's very little to stop this from happening. I think it's going to happen. I think Netflix is going to buy it.
You got to create the competition. You got
I
to.
think Trump will stop it.
That's what you got to do. You got to compete with Netflix where Netflix can't compete. You got to get people back in the theaters. You got to start focusing on physical media because that shit kills Netflix. That's the Netflix killer. All right.
Right.
If you hate Netflix, start buying physical media and start going to the movies. All right. That's going to kill Netflix.
They got to give us something to watch in the theater.
Right. See, that's the thing.
That's the other
Hollywood
part. That's the other part. Yeah.
Hollywood created this. Hollywood created. That's why I said for years we were talking about Hollywood needs to change. They need to get back to business. They need to be making engaging entertainment. Putting out all that woke DEI CRT crap killed the fan base. Then attacking the fans. So Netflix turns around and has an opportunity. But they have to decide: are they going to embrace the Ellisons, who killed DEI day one when they took the company, all the bridge contracts, all the woke crap?
They're all calling for Daddy Trump now.
That's why I
WGA,
said,
all of them,
have
film
you seen
directors.
Democrats and Republicans agree on anything? I was
Yeah.
shocked. You have Democrats and Republicans in the House and Senate going, we're going to stop this deal. I was like, wow, movies bring them together. I was like, give me a break.
They want to stop for two different reasons, right? Like the left wants it to stop because it's gonna hurt creatives, right?
Right.
The right wants it to stop because, like my boy Brett said, it's going to hurt us, the audience. So
Right.
the right wants it for a different or hates it for a different reason than the left hates it. But they both hate it, which is rare.
You know who
because
actually
they hated Ellison's getting it because they hated the fact that Ellison's did kill DEI over there at Paramount. So
Yeah.
they didn't want the Ellisons to. Everybody would say, "Oh, we want Comcast to win. We want Universal to win." That was like
because they're
everybody's
based.
favorite.
Yeah, because Ellisons are based. The
Right.
first thing that they're doing, and he put out a statement. He's like, we're looking to hire canceled talent. If you've been fired by fucking Hollywood because of what you said or what you believe in, Give your job application here. They're hiring people who've been. That's why they went back to Brett Ratner. They're like, he was never charged with anything. There was just a bunch of people talking. We're sick of.
Well, there's other reasons why they're going with Brett Ratner. Brett Ratner for decades has been known as the guy who comes in under budget and, for the most part, usually
I'm saying they don't care. They just want to make a movie. They don't give a shit about what people believe. That
Brett Ratner is a very safe director.
Okay, Badger.
Not inspired, but safe.
Well, because he's what did we say the other day when we were talking? We said he's like a machine director. He's like the guy you just slip in, just like, here's your script, go shoot it, get it done again.
Yeah,
He's
he'll
not
do whatever you want him to do, whatever the executives ask him to do, he'll do them. You know,
I mean, again, allegations aside, he should be in jail for X-Men: The Last Stand. The motherfucker did irreparable damage that they had to retcon in Days of Future Past.
I agree.
Well, I'll tell you who wants to see the sale go through, but for different reasons. Chunky Yogurt.
Oh, jank.
Animal lover, known animal lover.
And wait till you hear his reasons why he thinks it's a bad deal for Paramount to get it. Of course, you won't be surprised.
And Netflix would be buying the part without CNN, but Paramount, that's the Ellisons now, would like to buy the whole operation, including CNN. And so apparently they didn't offer a good enough price, but so now they're trying to use their political influence. So they're going to the Trump White House and saying, remember, we own you, so kill this merger and approve our merger. By the way, think about how anti-free market and anti-capitalist that is, if you're on the right, or really anywhere in the political spectrum. So the company should take a worse offer,
75 cents,
because the guys giving a worse price are connected.
What'd you say?
It adds up, but the whole argument is that it's a bird in the hand worth two in the bush. Yeah, okay, $30.75, but now you've got to separate. No one wants that shit. The Ellisons wanted it. They're probably upset because they know CNN would be turned like with Barry Weiss. It would be at least somewhat the appearance of center.
Well, they would turn it. They said they wanted it,
and like they would lose another political mouthpiece.
Correct. That's why he's freaking out. But he has another reason.
To Israel, and they want to use that to influence Trump. To have the company forced.
Bottom line, I'm not going to make you suffer listening to it. He basically
why
says,
are we listening to Senk?
The only reason he gives a shit is because he said Paramount wants to buy the whole thing so they can turn it over to Israel. So we want to support.
Yeah,
Netflix.
It's the Jews. We get it. It's
like again.
Yes, thank you.
Is there any I think if you ask the man,
I have a direct line to the Jews, and he's right.
Can you have him? I like the rain. I want to wear my hoodie. Can you have him do a little magic over here, please? Thank you. You guys control the weather as well, right? Okay.
Yeah. I have that. Paul
it's fucking exhausting. It's fucking exhausting. Yeah. Known Jewish Ellisons that had Saudi Arabia giving them money. It's like, blah, blah, blah. Remember, it's a big club, and we in it.
All right. Yeah, that's correct. And it's a billionaires club. It is not a religious club.
Exactly. That's what I meant, Paul. Yeah. Once you get past a certain amount of money, it's just a whole nother fucking club that we're not in.
Let's compare yachts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So let's go around the horn real quick. Who thinks the Netflix deal is going through? Verbal.
Look, I'm about 70-30 that it's going to go through.
Paul.
It's hard to undo something like this, and I think it goes counter to what Trump talks about with regards to unfettered capitalism. This is a ridiculous play on his part. He should really stay out of it.
Okay, DA.
Yeah, that best deal should win. Whoever got the best deal, if this is the best deal, it should.
But
go
you think it's going through?
I think it goes through. Yeah, I don't think Trump blocks it.
And you, Badger?
Yeah, it wouldn't be Trump, it would be the FTC. And there's enough things that goes past their threshold of control, whatever their 30% threshold is for streaming. I see all the reasons for them to stop it. I see all the calls for them to stop it, and I hope they stop it. But as my co-host said, the mere fact that they're doing this means they think they can get away with it. And they've probably done some fucking real slimy shit with the separation. And we'll keep HBO Max over there, so it doesn't count as us. But yeah, they're going to get it, and we're done.
It's bad news, and I'm just saying right now, I'm not saying anything bad about Netflix because I'm trying to sell stuff to you.
Black Lord of the Rings. I'm glad you're black. Black Lord of the Rings will be coming. Cleopatra, all the race swaps. When you look at the sheer amount of things they own now,
it's going to be trans everything anyway. But
honestly, I think it's utterly ridiculous for Netflix to own HBO and the DCU along with the rest of Warner Brothers.
Wow,
I say 70-30. when I say I'm 70-30 on it, I meant I do think the deal's going to go through, but I also think that the only alternative would be if they make them break it up.
Bro, DC Comics, they own the comics now.
Right, I know. Well, they would. Okay, remember the deal. Okay, I'll go on record. I don't think it's going through. With America First, I don't think it's going through. No way.
Okay,
So that's
we got our
everybody's.
positions.
A company like Warner Brothers has to be broken up if they're going to do this.
They already broke them up. They got the Discovery stuff over there. They got the CNN and TNT. They broke it up already. It's already.
No, but I mean, bought by different entities, right? Like, I don't think Netflix is going to get all of Warner Brothers, right? So,
well, they just want the studios and HBO.
They want the IPs. They want the catalog. Yeah,
and IPs that Warner Brothers owns. So what do they got to break up all the IPs?
I just want to buy Queer Eye for the Straight Eye Show.
That's what'll happen to Batman.
That's all the money I have. I don't have any more money for any other.
Just the fact that Netflix could possibly own HBO is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it didn't bother you that they're owning Warner Brothers, one of the oldest studios around.
I mean, not even just Warner Brothers, but for me, HBO and Netflix that's monopoly right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Ted
insane.
Sanderson put Meghan Markle into the DCU.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's
more
obsessed with her.
suits. Now they can make more suits.
He calls her a rock star. Again, do not. Yeah, no. Anyway, before Badger and Chato leave, I wanted to watch this last thing. It is kind of part of the proof.
Star Trek.
Yes, people
Star Trek.
Just 2 minutes, not the 4 minutes.
Oh, it's so hilarious in the very beginning.
I gotta watch this again.
I know. One more time.
I haven't seen this. So,
oh my God!
It just proves why Chris Gore is going to host in 2 weeks. Star Trek.
The death of Star Trek. Yeah.
Oz.
That's the lesbian beaver from Zootopia.
Never mind. Never mind.
So on the left we have an asexually ambiguous person. Am I correct?
With boobs.
And then
you'll be begging for your 4 minutes back. I'm just saying right now. You'll be begging for your 4 minutes back.
I haven't seen this.
So number one, how come they don't have LASIK surgery in
point.
the 20 whatever century that they're supposed to be in?
Don't body shame her.
I'll shame her. She probably hit hairy and fugly.
Anyway, keep going.
She hit every branch on the fugly tree going down.
Alex Lab Captain.
You guys understand this is their utopia, right?
Yeah.
This is what they want.
There's Zootopia.
Oh, you know what? That looks like Rosie O'Donnell's sister. Is that what that was?
No, that's a spaceship.
No, this one.
Close enough.
Captain. Really, you know, it's funny that they can't even follow the Pixar rule of camera movement. Is that even though you can move the camera any place that you want, don't. If you want to give people a sense of cinematic experience, put the camera on a jib, put it on a gimbal, move the camera manually, and this is just the infinite camera movement, fucking around that really pulls you out of these kinds of shows.
Unbelievable.
Yep, they need tighter pants.
You need tighter pants. I need to
Isn't
see
that
the cut of his jib?
Isn't that the Klingon?
I can see his jib. That's the problem. I can see the foot, and he's uncut.
He's not Jewish.
He's not Jewish.
He is definitely not Jewish.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Is that the Klingon who wears dresses?
I think so.
It was a scant. Thank you very much. So they seem to have gotten rid of that one.
Lose it.
Is that Ricardo? What's his name?
Robert Picardo, who sold his soul to come back and call us all racist.
With the gay Klingon? Is this
yeah,
the that's Humble right there.
But
the one in the skirt. Yeah.
But he's still a hologram, right?
He's supposed to be the same EMH, yeah.
But he's just aged.
And I believe the other black chick with the poofy fucking things, that she's a holographic person.
Right. The one in the poster.
Mm-hmm.
Get out the step.
I'm going to stay far away from Mass Effect. Please just stay away from it. Don't touch
Amazon's gonna.
It doesn't look like a ship. It's the same crap from Stranger Worlds. It looks like an Apple store, the deck.
It's like Discovery.
I never
This
watched
is in that timeline. This is whatever, a couple thousand years in the future, where they remember Michael Burnham, Spock's half sister and the superior character, rebuilds Starfleet in the far future after
Seriously?
it was destroyed because an autistic, whatever the creature is, Mocklin or whatever, destroyed all the dilithium by spazzing out. And so they had to rebuild Starfleet.
You're being serious, right?
Yeah, I'm dead fucking serious. That's what happened. Yes.
I saw one episode of Discovery.
Did you
the
ever
first-
watch Andromeda?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was based on a Gene Roddenberry script that was supposed to be the future, where Starfleet was no more, and there was only like there was only one last Starfleet ship. So they literally just did that one of the seasons and jumped them into the future.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't hear about Michael Burnham and their ships, because they're a couple thousand years in the future or whatever it is.
Unbelievable.
Fun.
Yeah,
It's like Galaxy Quest. I have one job, and that's to repeat what the computer says.
Yes, that's right. That's right. The captain is talking. You don't talk while the captain is talking.
How does anybody greenlight this after they see it?
I don't know. Because
Well,
Section 31.
well, it was probably greenlit what 4 years ago. So, I mean, guys, we have to remember Trump's only been in office for like the
No,
past year.
forget Trump. Forget.
Well,
I'm talking to
but my point is,
get in there.
but
and
George,
then
when he got elected, culture changed, right? The culture changed.
Right.
Problem is, when shit got greenlit 4 years ago, that's why we get this.
You should zip it to the end when Giamatti comes in.
Okay, I'll zip
Bad
it to
guy.
the end.
Yeah. Let's get to that.
I got a couple
Paramount
of
Paramount
beats.
didn't change until Skydance, and then merged, and then the DEI started going away.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. Well, I'm give him credit for taking a paycheck, but okay, modern day origami chicken. He's an alien or something, and he knows about origami and chicken, and
Everything
plus he
tastes like
says payback's a bitch.
Right.
Like they did this all the way through Discovery. That's just
Paul, are you saying they modern dated?
Oh my God, maybe yes.
Yeah. So there were other Star Trek alum that all brought out the modern day dialogue and how it's incongruent. It's not the romanticized or futuristic speak they used to. Robert Picardo talks about it, but he tried to frame it as like, oh, I was so shocked to see all this modern dialogue and swearing, but it's fun and he took the paycheck. But it's why it feels fake. It's because that's not how people in Star Trek talk.
Of course not. All they have to do is watch Star
It's
Trek.
not how Starfleet officers talk.
No. That's horrible. I mean, I guess what's left now are fan films because
Yeah.
well, I've shown them before here.
Or the
Great.
AI Shatner verse that we'll get shortly, probably.
Jesus, Shatner needs to build his own Star Trek universe.
But see, again, this is why AI will win out. Stuff like this.
This is what I mean. What we're watching with Netflix and Warner Brothers going on, that's what the death looked like that we talked about for years. Yeah, you have to go. Sorry about that. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Badger. Thank you, Badger.
A roast to cook, right?
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. I'm glad you showed up. Let's give him the full screen, Fletcher, so you can tell everybody what's coming up and where they can find him.
Oh, tomorrow, Film Threat. These guys probably, and Badgercast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Appreciate you.
Always
3 on
love
Thursdays on Star Wars Theories channel. Come check.
Cool. Cool. I want to meet Star Wars Theory. I think he's awesome.
Great guy.
Awesome. All right. You have a great week. I'm glad that you joined us today. Paul, you have to get going as well.
Pleasure.
Yes. So
Okay.
just watch my channel. I have footage of me having sex with Sydney Sweeney. So check that out. Call me Chato or Appalling News. It's not clickbait, honest, really, because that would be against all of YouTube's rules and would be untoward. And I'm not an untoward kind of guy. So listen, thank you very much for having me. You guys are a bunch of my favorite people, and always nice to see you. So
I just want her, Paul. See you, Paul. All right, we got a couple more things to cover, and then we will be out of here. Since he brought it up, we'll cover Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney actually really, man, I know verbal.
Let you down, George?
Let me down. I felt the stab right in my groin.
I would have felt maybe a little bit more let down, but she's too hot. I forgive her. I forgive her, George. I can fix her, George.
She screwed you over. Next thing she's gonna do is she's gonna take a strap on to you, and you're like, it's okay. She's a hot chick.
I can fix her.
Sydney Sweeney, remember? She was. I was like, finally, we have a Hollywood actress who's based, who's standing up, who tells Hollywood, or anybody else who's woke who don't like it, basically, go fly a kite, and she's sticking to what she thinks. Well, this week, Sydney Sweeney. The campaign sparked a debate that the usage of the word genes as a play on genes is racially charged and hints at genetic superiority. Only the left thought this, nobody else. Others criticized it for catering to the male gaze, which is what you're supposed to do to help sell jeans or Victoria's Secret, and take inspiration from Brooke Shields' controversial 1980 denim campaign. Quote, I was honestly surprised by the reaction, Sweeney tells People. I did it because I love the jeans and I love the brand. I don't support the views. Some people chose to connect to the campaign. Many have assigned motives and labels to me that just aren't true. You just can't read anymore. Fuck her. So we lost another one.
I don't know if we lost her, man. It sounds pretty.
What is the thing that they have to bend the knee to the ring?
You know what it is for me? I think she just wanted to put an end to this conversation, right?
Why?
Like, it was kind of because at the end of the day, and here's the thing, I agree. She shouldn't have said anything. She should, stand on business, right? At the same time, it's like, okay, I denounce hate, but it's fine. Let's get back to work now, right? I denounce hate. I get that. Just let's move on from this. And that's probably what her thought process was for the most part.
Okay.
But I don't know if I would say she's not based anymore just because of this. It's not like, again,
doesn't it show
she's not going after her audience, not going after the fans?
But that's next, typically. If we
and if she does that, then she's been turned. But so far, I'm not convinced she's been turned yet.
You know why I say that? Because when you start turning on your principles just to shut people up or to stop the conversation, that means you cross the line. You bent the knee. Well, what's next? It's just a matter of degrees, because it wasn't hurting her to keep the debate going. She didn't have to say anything. She wasn't saying anything. Just let it keep going, because that wakes more people up. So
yeah, you don't have to explain yourself. Oh, I have to explain what I really think about this or whatever. That's unnecessary, man. Just like, hey, I don't have nothing to say about it. Like she said in that one interview, if I have something to say, best believe you'll hear from me, and then that's it. But it was never what everybody made it out to be. And by talking about it, you're playing into that. So just let it I have nothing to say about that situation, and I'm just gonna. What do you have about the movie? Got something about the movie I'm in, or the TV show that I'm in, or whatever? That's where all of these actors and actresses need to keep it. I'm talking about the business. I was in an ad. If people had a problem with it, that's their problem, not mine. Keep going.
See, this is where I also know that Hollywood still hasn't gotten the message. Sydney Sweeney is just one example. It's one comment. But that kind of crap is what turned the fan base off, because it leads to the DNA of the studios, the creatives that they hire, the talent they don't hire, how they make it, how they view their fans, their customers, and all that. And that is actually what gave Netflix a foothold when you think about it. Because if Hollywood was strong like it was in the 80s and 90s, even the early 2000s, you think Warner Brothers would go up for sale or anybody could buy it now? No.
No, of course. That's the point I've been making, is that they weakened Hollywood. Netflix, by trying to chase Netflix, you weakened Hollywood.
Yeah.
And so now one of your biggest studios got captured. All right. It's like capturing your rook, in a game of chess, man. It's like Netflix wants to run the entire entertainment ecosphere from a tech perspective, with analytics and with algorithms and the user interface and all that stuff that they mastered over there in tech. They want to run it. And Hollywood, they only have one option, is just to go against that, and they didn't do it. So, yeah.
We also had Robert Downey Jr. He attended some gala for giving an award to Gwyneth Paltrow and some others. But he did this funny shot at her, which, again, he was playing around, but I just think it was hilarious.
Impossibly intelligent, but forever confused by the basic tenets of the Marvel Universe and its inhabitants. Who's that? He said his name was Peter. No, his character's name is Peter. That's Tom Holland. You did 4 movies with him. Yeah.
That's Gwyneth Paltrow. Didn't know that.
She didn't know that was.
She didn't know. Yeah, she thought his name was Peter.
That's
not
funny.
Tom Holland. I was like, come on.
Oh my God.
Like
Nobody
you
said these Hollywood actresses are smart, man.
Well, especially her.
Gwyneth Paltrow. And then we also have a trailer from
This
I don't
woman
know.
thought a vagina scented candle was going to sell.
Yeah.
So
wow.
And she marketed it that way. A vagina. Not her vagina.
Yeah.
Not any vagina. I don't think anybody wants to buy a vagina scented candle. I know Verbal wants.
fit me,
Sweeney.
maybe.
Yeah. You
Only
wanted
on
that
special
bath
occasions.
soap. You wanted her bath soap.
No, I did want her bath soap to sell. I want to resell that bad boy.
I see. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Wink, wink. Yes. Meanwhile,
in another timeline somewhere else.
I'm washing my mouth out with her soap.
Here's the latest teaser for Boys, the final season of The Boys. I've only seen season 1 because I was waiting till the whole thing was over. Is season 2 and 3 worth it? Like, did it nail everything like season 1?
Season 2 is good. Season 3 is not good at all. And then, yeah,
I've given up on The Boys. I already gave up on it.
It's not as good. So season 1 was it basically?
That was
pretty much.
They reached the pinnacle. Okay.
I mean, season 2 was pretty decent, but yeah.
Yeah, after season 2, it just kind of went off the side of a cliff. The showrunner has Trump derangement, and he got pissed off that he was trying to, I guess, make analogies to Homelander as Trump, and people love Homelander. Okay. So he was mad that people loved Homelander, and they were like, "Well, this guy's the evil villain. Why do you guys love him?" It's because he's the only one in the damn show with a personality. He's the only one that we enjoy. Like, we enjoy watching good personalities, heroes, villains, or whatever. But he says, but this is an analogy to Trump. Why are you guys liking it? So he just became completely deranged. And it's like, all right, I'm done. I don't need to watch any more of this shit.
So is it like how a lot of people ended up liking Rorschach and The Watchmen? And
but what he didn't understand was it's not that people liked Homelander. They liked the fact that he was a good villain. Right. Yeah. He was a good villain to hate. Right. And he took that as people like this character. They relate to this character. And it's like, no, we all know Homelander is clearly the fucking villain of the show. And he's the worst guy.
He's
right.
He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath, but he's interesting. He's fun to watch.
You know, like great villains are. Okay.
Yeah.
Supernatural guys are together in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually. So the guy with the longer hair, Jared Palicki, his name is. This is his first and only season of the show. But the other guy, Anson, is that his name? Not Anson.
I don't remember.
Dean, the one that plays Dean.
Yeah, Dean.
He was in. He was in season 3, and he's been frozen. So they're going to unthaw him, I guess. In this, he's like Captain America, basically.
Yeah.
A real
like an evil version of Captain America,
like Captain Hydra kind of. I don't see it.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it only because I'm a completist and I've already seen. I'm already pot committed at this point. I've seen all seasons, so I might as well just end it out. But I don't like this will be the last Eric Kripke show I ever watch. Like after this season, I'm done with this dude.
Eric Kripke, he did Supernatural the first 5 seasons.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't know he also did this.
Which is why you see all the supernatural people in this show. So
gotcha. All right, this is going to be the last thing I'm going to cover real quick because I think it's hilarious. Did y'all hear what Tarantino said in his Bret Easton Ellis interview this week?
He said a lot of things, man, about which actor, because he talked about
Paul Dano. I can't stand Paul Dano.
And he talked about what's his name from
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, yeah.
Can't stand him.
I didn't hear the part about Matthew Lillard.
Oh, well, Matthew Lillard decided to get a little bit of free press off of it. Hold on. Well, let's find his ad. I can't stand Paul Dano. His face, body, voice just drives me nuts. Here it is. Matthew Lillard. Anyway, where's Tarantino's? Let me show everybody what he said first. Tarantino, where did you go? Here it is. I love Tarantino. He also put out his top 20 list of his favorite films of the 21st century. I was going to run through those after we look at this.
Tarantino's literally my favorite director of all time, but I think he's wrong. I think he's wrong about Paul Dano. I actually think Paul Dano's a decent actor.
Okay, well, first time we disagree on something. I can't stand Paul Dano. He just, Willie. Anyway,
I'm indifferent.
I mean, he was good, and then There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, that's I think that's where Tarantino was ripping him apart, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
How did there will be blood? Yeah.
He says Quentin Tarantino is not as impressed with Paul Dano's performance in Paul Thomas Anderson's There Will Be Blood. During a recent appearance on the Bret Easton Ellis podcast, the two-time Academy Award winner shared his list of the best movies of the 21st century. Tarantino ranked the 2007 Western thriller at number 5. There we go. Noting that it would stand a better chance to be in number 1 or number 2 if it didn't have a big, giant flaw in it. Quote, and that flaw is Paul Dano, Tarantino said on the Bret Easton Ellis podcast via People. Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's also so drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. He's weak sauce, man. He's a weak sister. The director commended Daniel Day-Lewis' performance in There Will Be Blood, which earned him an Oscar. Daniel Day-Lewis shows that he doesn't need a strong foil in the movie. He doesn't need anything. The movie would have had more. There would have been more stringiness to the beef. And again, it's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's not. Ellis argued that Day-Lewis's portrayal of the role of Daniel Plainview was so gargantuan that it may have overtaken Dano. Tarantino responded to his theory, saying, so you put him with the weakest male actor in SAG, the limpest dick in the world.
That's crazy.
He's like, I'm not saying he's giving Tarantino just went for it. He's like, I'm not saying he's given a terrible performance. Tarantino continued. I'm saying he's given a non-entity performance.
This sounds almost personal, man. Like, I've never heard Tarantino go after an actor like this ever, man.
That's what's so funny about it.
Either Paul Dano like banged his girlfriend, or he, or his sister, or turned down a role.
He makes a point, like he's playing opposite Daniel Day-Lewis, and it's like you can't stand a candle to Daniel Day-Lewis, so why even put him in the movie? It should be you should have had a complimentary actor right next to him playing off of him, and the movie would elevate from that point. So I think that's what Tarantino is saying. You put Daniel Day-Lewis in this great movie against, which I consider just an okay actor. I think he's okay.
I think he's okay, but he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, but Paul Dano's character in There Will Be Blood was supposed to be like this sniveling, coward, this beta male. He was supposed to be that guy in the film.
Right, but he has no, it's like when Daniel Day-Lewis is there, when he does almost any role, there is this magnetism around him, this gravitas. It's like, everything sucks you towards him, and then you have this little weasel guy, and it's
but okay, everybody gets swallowed up next to Daniel Day-Lewis, though, man. Leonardo DiCaprio got swallowed up in Gangs of New York. When he acted opposite of Daniel Day-Lewis.
I actually think Billy Bob Thornton is such a freak of enough with talent that he could actually stand next to Lewis.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He could be like, and you would be like, who the hell do I look at? They could both. He just has that kind of raw power.
Okay, but here's the thing. That role called for a younger actor at the time. So what younger actor could have stood up next to Daniel Day-Lewis during that time? Not Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, well, Jake Gyllenhaal, that's not a bad idea. No.
I don't think he would have. I think it would have been
because you're opposite Day-Lewis. That's a Cillian Murphy, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
he's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of power. So he goes on and he basically says, I don't care. Oh, he goes, I'm saying he's given a non-entity performance. I don't care for him. I don't care for Owen Wilson. I don't care for Matthew Lillard. Is he pretty much?
You know what? Fair enough on Matthew Lillard and Owen Wilson. Okay, I'll give you those for sure.
Right.
I think Dano's not the worst actor, man. Like I could think of so many worse actors than Paul Dano.
He's not bad.
Right.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He basically said it wasn't about, what did he say? It's not so much as he gave a bad performance. It's just he can't hold a candle to fucking Day-Lewis. It's like like you got Muhammad Ali there, and you get some guy. Hey, you in the front row? You want to come fight the champ? It's just like,
and I like I said, Tarantino's my favorite director of all time. He always will be. I love Tarantino. I think he's off on this one.
Okay.
Just a little bit. He was right about the other two guys, though.
And so Matthew Lillard responded.
Quentin Tarantino this week said he didn't like me as an actor. Whatever. Listen. The point is that it hurts your feelings. It fucking sucks. And he wouldn't say that to Tom Cruise. He wouldn't say that to somebody who's a top line actor in Hollywood. I'm very popular in this room. I'm not very popular in Hollywood. Two totally different microcosms, right? And so,
Grow thicker skin, dude.
Woe is me. Woe is me.
So, thank you.
Do you know how
Oh my
pathetic
God.
that is?
That
He
sounds
made
so
it work.
I
Oh my
agree.
God.
It's pathetic. He's like, you wouldn't say that to Tom Cruise. You ain't Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he respects Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is not you, man.
He's like, it hurts your feelings. I'm like, you're a
They
grown
even put
man.
Tom
and you're-
Cruise's name out there,
I know.
like
Right,
as
right.
you know, a comparison is crazy.
Oh, it was, but the way he said it, your feelings get hurt. You're like, you're admitting that in front of, it's like they got hurt. Number one, and number two, you're admitting that to everybody. It's like, this is probably why he's targeting you. I'm surprised Tarantino hasn't come out. Exactly. Just point to the video.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's the list real quick as we run through before we go. Here it is. Tarantino's top films, his favorite movies of the 21st century. Number 1, Black Hawk Down. He said, I liked it when I first saw it, but I actually think it was so intense that it stopped working for me, and I didn't carry it with me the way that I should have. Since then, I've seen it a couple times, on a bunch of times, but I think it's a masterwork, and one of the things I love so much about it is this is the only movie that actually goes completely for an apocalypse now sense of purpose and visual effect and feeling. I think it achieves it. It keeps up the intensity for 2 hours and 45 minutes. So he picks that as his number 1. Toy Story 3 is number 2. He said, the last 5 minutes ripped my fucking heart out. And if I even try to describe the end, I'll start crying and get choked up. It's just remarkable. It's almost a perfect movie. And we don't even get to talk about the great comedy bits, which are never ending. I think people never nail the third film of a trilogy. I think the other one is the good, the bad, and the ugly to me. And this is the good and the bad and the ugly of animated films. This is the greatest end of a trilogy. He says that repeatedly, that he thinks Toy Story is the greatest trilogy ever made. I disagree with him there. Yeah. It's interesting. And then he goes on. What's his third one? Lost in Translations is number 3. I love Lost in Translation, by the way. If you haven't seen it, with Bill Murray was in Japan. So, and wasn't that her big breakout role? Scarlett Johansson.
What was that?
Yeah, I thought it was Scarlett Johansson's big breakout role, wasn't it?
Okay.
And number 4 for him is Dunkirk. Number 5, There Will Be Blood, which we already heard of. In which he said could have been number 1 or 2 if it wasn't for Paul Dano. And then he gives Zodiac number 6, which he basically goes back and says that he couldn't stand Zodiac in the beginning. He had only watched 20 minutes of it, and then one day he tried it again and found himself just watching the whole thing, and he loved it. He found it mesmerizing. Unstoppable. Now, this I haven't seen. When I was reading this story, I was like, I have to watch this tonight. Have y'all seen it? With Denzel?
Yeah.
Which one?
I vaguely remember watching this in theaters. It wasn't memorable to me.
Okay. Well, he says, Tarantino says, it's one of my favorite last movies of a director. I've seen it 4 times, and every time I see it, I like it more. If you asked me years ago, I would have put Man on Fire on the list, but Unstoppable is one of the purest visions of Tony's action aesthetic. The two guys are great together, and it gets better and better. It's one of the best monster movies of the 21st century. The train is a monster. The train becomes a monster, and it becomes one of the greatest monsters of our time. Stronger than Godzilla and those King Kong movies. I was like, okay, I've never seen it. And Mad Max Fury Road is number 8. Shaun of the Dead is number 9. He says it was...
Fury Road is number 8?
Yep.
Yep.
Because he says here, he goes, I was actually not going to see it for the simple reason that in a world where Mel Gibson exists and he's not playing Max, well, I want Mad Mel. Weeks and weeks passed, and people kept talking about how great it was, and Fred, my editor, was saying, I'm serious, you got to do it. And I saw it. The great stuff is so great, and if you're watching a truly great filmmaker, he had all the money in the world and all the time in the world to make it exactly as he wanted. Then Shaun of the Dead, he says it's his my favorite directorial debut, even though he did a cheapy debut movie he doesn't like to talk about. It's interesting. Midnight in Paris, I haven't seen that one, but that has Owen Wilson. He goes, I really can't stand Owen Wilson. That's how he started. But he still watched it. And then he goes Battle Royale, which I have seen, and I was kind of like he says the same thing. It is. But he's one of the few people who actually rips Hunger Games for it. And the writer, he goes, I do not understand how the Japanese writer didn't sue Hunger Games author Susan Collins for every fucking thing she owns. They just ripped off the fucking book. Stupid book critics are not going to watch a Japanese movie called Battle Royale. So the stupid book critics never called her on it, as they talked about how it was the most original fucking thing they ever read. Oh, Tarantino, by the way. Yeah, you got to watch Battle Royale. Much better than the Hunger Games. Big Bad Wolves, I've never seen. The Jackass movie. Now, this I found odd that he picked. He goes, this was the movie I laughed at the most in the last 20 years. I don't remember laughing from beginning to end like this since Richard Pryor. As I was making Kill Bill, I thought this movie was funny. I had to show it to the crew, so we found a print, watched the movie, and just died. And then School of Rock. I mean, I was like, is he trolling? But he picked School of Rock for number 14. What do y'all think?
I never saw it.
Yeah, I did. I never would put it in the top 20 list. Verbal, what about you? School of Rock on your top 20 list? Verbal?
Oh, I'm sorry, my audio went out for a minute. School of Rock. I mean, I like it. I like the movie. It would never
Would
be.
it be your top 20
It
favorite?
wouldn't be in my
film?
top 20 at all. No, of course not. It would
You think he's
probably wouldn't be in my
trolling?
top 50.
Yeah, I felt like he was trolling with some of these, but maybe they are his favorite. He goes, Passion of the Christ is number 15.
Oh my
And
God, really?
Yeah, yep.
Quentin Tarantino's a weird guy, y'all. You just got to remember that he's kind of a weird dude.
Yeah, but he likes it for whole different reasons than you think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy,
He goes,
he's
extreme violence is just funny to me.
right.
He says Mel Gibson called him nuts. He looked at me like I was a fucking nut when I told him. He was laughing at the violence. I'm like, okay, that's not really what you're not supposed to kind of get anyway. And The Devil's Rejects, he likes, is number 16, the Rob Zombie film. 17, Chocolate, not chocolat, but chocolate. He goes, here's a movie you probably never heard of. People getting fucked up in the most spectacular of ways. They trained this 12-year-old girl for 4 years to star in this movie. This is some of the greatest kung fu fights I've ever seen. I got to watch that. Moneyball is number 18. Cabin Fever 19. And West Side Story. This is where I'm like, he is nuts. I love Tarantino, but he picked a Rachel Zegler movie as number 20. So,
wow.
That's Tarantino.
You know what? He could have been high when he made that list. You know?
Yeah, probably.
We've all been there.
Yeah. By the way, next week, Thursday. Oh, we're coming back this Wednesday on Unchained, Verbal Line. That's right? We're doing it this week.
Yeah.
Cool. Thursday, Doomsday trailer is coming out, and Supergirl, both on the same day.
Is it Thursday?
Yep.
Oh, because it's with the Avatar, right? The Avatar.
I couldn't believe it. So they're both coming out the same day. What I was stunned is I've read now 3 times. Yeah, cocaine is one hell of a drug. What I read 3 times now is that, and I hope I'm wrong, because it says that Doomsday is a direct sequel to Endgame.
That's what they're saying.
Yep.
That means phase 4 through 5 is the MC saying, well, these suck?
Who knows, man? It's Marvel, man. Marvel is off their rockers. They haven't done anything right. So you might as well try to connect it back to the last good thing they did.
Okay. It's just I don't think they're listening to what they're actually telling their fans or customers. Forget this. It never happened.
It was all a dream, George. It was all a dream.
And we also have Fallout Season 2 is going to be showing up in 2026.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I'm looking very forward to it. I love the first season of Fallout.
The first season was phenomenal. Yeah.
But Walton Goggins gave an interview that he was asked if he plays the Fallout games. He goes, I refuse to play the games. He goes to bring his character to life. He goes, he won't play the games because he goes, I'm not playing the Avatar. I don't want to know anything about that. For me to be this character, I have to make the world real. And so,
but then also his character isn't in the game. I mean, they made this.
It's a ghoul.
I mean, he's a ghoul, right? But there's no like.
Yeah, his particular
character
no.
is not in the game.
No. And yeah, that was just funny. And here's the last thing, and we're out of here. Y'all all heard how Trump called Tim Walz, the governor of he called him retarded. Well, his daughter came out and she was upset.
Aw.
Yeah, I know. Because Tim Walz, I'll play you Tim Walz first.
Well, I do
Tim
love
Walz-
the fact that people are driving by his house yelling retard. That's kind of funny.
Are they really?
Yeah. It is. It's hilarious.
Oh, man, that's funny. I gotta look that up.
He held a press conference for this. It's like, how seriously, again, do you take a governor who's holding a press conference? Like,
This creates danger. And I'll tell you what, in my time on this, I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people. This is shameful.
How come nobody has filmed that yet? I would love to see.
Oh, wouldn't that be amazing?
Shit, that's hilarious, man.
But they come out. Of course, he's trying to distract from the fact that he has abetted a lot of Somali fraud up to several $billion dollars, ripping
Pops,
off.
I do have a video of somebody doing it.
Oh,
seriously?
I need to see that.
Oh,
Put it
okay.
in the private chat. So I can
Yeah, put it in the private chat first.
Tim Walz is a retard. Bye.
That's too funny.
Trump, man, look, Trump's a wild boy. We all know that, but he just says shit, right? I mean,
Oh man, he's the best. But I have another clip. I'm
like
just
any other president, we'd be a little bit more shocked, but I think with Trump, it's not even a shock. It's like, of course, you call him a retard.
Yeah.
Well, coming compared to everything else we've had, is like, come on.
Like, anybody that allowed that amount of fraud to get through under their nose out there in Minnesota is a retard.
Yeah,
hey man, California, they let Gavin Newsom lose 16 billion.
Yeah, also a retard.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God, is this? Hold on.
I'm telling you, these blue states, man, they have a good scam going.
And did y'all hear about what happened to that lady who was arrested in the UK for the text message?
Yeah, I saw her on Piers Morgan.
Right, you heard what she said, right?
Well, yeah, and it's and her whole story's crazy.
It is crazy, but imagine people don't realize the fact that it was a text message she sent.
Yeah, to a friend.
To a friend. It wasn't on
She didn't
social
post
media.
it on X.
Right. It's pretty much the same thing that Archie Bunker said a long time ago.
Well, pardon me asking, but does your husband do a lot of the cooking over your house?
He does all of it. He loves it.
Oh, well, ain't you a little afraid of what people could think?
You mean that I'm a lazy wife?
No, that he's a fag.
Archie Bunker was raw, man. Back. But you know what though? All of those shows were buck wild, man. I remember Sanford and Son. Like they say some stuff now. Like, I mean, then that they can never say now.
No.
Oh yeah.
But the thing was, they were equal opportunity offenders. They made fun of everyone and everything. That's why it was hilarious.
Well, and that's why we got some of the best comedies from that era, man, because no one gave a fuck, man. Like, Mel Brooks, we got some of the best shit from him because he was uncensored, man.
Correct.
Can you imagine if they did Archie Bunker and All in the Family nowadays, man?
Oh.
Can you imagine the outrage that was going? Oh my God.
It never happened.
Yeah, they couldn't even do Married with Children these days, man. They
Come
can't get
on,
away with it.
no, you have the guy who dude, where's my car? He's doing
He's apologizing for that shit.
A movie from 20 years ago.
Dude, I tell you right now, if there was ever somebody we needed right now, it would be Al Bundy. Like we need an Al Bundy, man.
But the girl went to jail. The 11 cops showed at her apartment while she's naked. They wouldn't let her go into her room to change alone because she sent her girlfriend a message about her boyfriend. She called him the same word Archie said. After the boyfriend, which was her ex, beat her up, gave her a brain
and
hemorrhage.
put her in the hospital. Yeah.
Put her in the hospital. So she's in the hospital and she texts her saying, "What did you have that guy do?" But the police showed up and took her ass to jail.
Also, how did they get the text?
Well, no, the woman call the police. She said she was harassed with that word. It's a hate crime. You know, like she felt
Oh,
hated.
so her
on
friend turned her in?
Her friend
ex-friend.
turned her in.
Yeah, ex-friend.
Wow.
The reality is, see, I don't care about the word. It could be matchstick. It could be coal. When you allow a government to tell you what words you can and cannot say, it's done.
Dude, like the UK is literally becoming V for Vendetta.
Yeah, it is. I actually
Like
thought
right before our eyes. Like it's happening.
I thought she was going to stand up and get everybody to start chanting the word, but you could tell how scared she was. She's like, I didn't know what I was saying. I had my brain was swollen. I had a
People
concussion.
in the UK have to decide like they're not gonna let themselves go to jail anymore for saying words.
No, I thought, yeah, she needed to stand up and say it. Anyway, here's Tim Waltz's daughter responding to the retard thing, and we're out of here.
No, I'm talking about this because while my family and I are always going to be the bigger people, the president calling my dad what he did has unleashed a storm regarding like offensive language towards me and my family, and specifically my brother. You can call me whatever you want. You can call my dad, my mom. When it's Gus, to the no. To the no. He dealt with people calling him that last August, and now there's a resurgence. And no, how is it okay that the president of the United States can call somebody, anybody, doesn't matter who they are, that, and then all of his freaking cult?
Do you see how afraid she is to use that word? You hear the self-editing going on. Neither her nor her dad could say it. It's like you're trying to show everybody, like, look, he called me this nasty word. It starts with the, you know what I'm talking about then.
But this is what happened, man, when like a country doesn't have the First and Second Amendment, right? Because
Yeah.
you need both, not
Yeah,
just
you
one
do.
or the other. Like you need to have both.
Yep.
But here's the
All
thing:
right.
the second one guarantees the first. So
100%, 100%. All right, let's read the super chats. We're out of here. All right, William Barr, remember 15 months. Graph Webb is a legend. Yes, he is. He is a legend. Love him. Thank you, William Barr. Eric K for $5. California may lose a taxpayer every minute, but we gain 100 illegals every minute. Not anymore, though.
Yeah, Trump put an end to that.
That border is sealed. That border.
Yep.
We just found 23 the other day. The DPS here pulled over an 18-wheeler, and they wouldn't allow the officers to search. They're like, no problem. They brought out the canines because someone was explaining it to me, the fact that if the canines sniff something, they don't need a warrant. They immediately can open up the truck. The canine sniffed it. Boom. There were 23 illegals in there.
Good.
Yep. Handsman gifted. Yep. Handsman gifted one Georgia Giant Slayer membership. Thank you, Handsman. Very much appreciated. I love that support. And please thank Handsman. So we got strong opinions for $5. George, if Gary and crew take a trip to Greece to check out the ancient stuff, would you go them? 100%. I know a lot of places there. All the temples.
George knows where all the good food is at.
Hell yeah, and all the good booty. Man, I gotta tell y'all this story one time. I can't believe I'm gonna say this real quick, but I was 17, hadn't been there since I was a kid. Show up, my cousin Nick just got out of the military. He did his 2 years of service because that was mandatory, and he's like, we're gonna go party tonight with my friends. Okay, no problem. So he takes me out. My aunt, my uncle, like, now be nice to him. He hasn't been here in years. Take care of him. Don't do anything crazy. This is all in Greek. So they take me out. We're out all night long. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like Tifla, which is like just drunk, blind. We're driving in a car, and my cousin Nick, which in Greek is like Nuli, he's like, George, you see that hot girl? I'm like, because I'm just. He's like, hey, he's like, let's talk to her. He's sitting here and he's talking to her. About 10 minutes later, I see that all I saw were boobs next to me. And he's like, George, yeah. And I turn around and I'm like, hello. And I hear this, and the guy's voice was deeper than mine. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's cracking up laughing, peeing on himself because he thinks it's funny that he brought this.
Wow.
Yeah. So we get back to the house. Yeah. You didn't see that where that was going. We get back to the house. I'm like, I'm going to get you back, you bastard. Not a problem. My uncle comes in. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, you need to ask your son about the kind of lipstick he likes. He's like, what? I'm leaving it there. Good night, going to bed. all night long. My uncle was just sitting here ripping. He's like, no, it was a joke.
That's funny, man.
So it's crazy what goes on in this world.
Yeah, that story took a turn I didn't think it was going to take. So
yeah, he was cracking up. I was like, "Why are you laughing? I'm blind as drunk as can be," and he's just cracking up laughing. And then I'm like, "Hello, what's your name?" And I just hear, "My name is Johnny." You know, it was just some I can't remember the name, but it was like, "Oh my god." Jay Frazier for £5. Hail. Slayer Nation, despite his persona of being a corporal tool sinner, will always have my respect for his record-breaking 650 wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he was a heat. I was 17. I was like, what just happened? I didn't know it existed. It was kind of an odd thing. For as much as I went through in my life, there were certain areas of it which were very sheltered.
Well, and also, dude, when you were 17, it wasn't that common either, right?
No.
I mean, it was out there, but it wasn't just like.
And it's 3 a.m. in Athens, right? You just have been at bar since 6:30. So imagine a 21-year-old with a 17-year-old from 6 p.m. till 3. And we're driving around, going back. And, crazy. Jose Ataco, member for 19 months. Someone made a Muppet Lord of the Rings movie. Yeah, but took it down. Oh, I never saw that. Never saw that one. Bucky Cat for $5. I'm in a very rural area. $7 movie nights are packed. Yeah, that's nice. I didn't even know they had it. I remember dollar theaters.
Oh yeah, man.
I always loved dollar theaters. You know, I'd watch.
Even in Pasadena, they had this one theater called the Academy where I think the movies on a regular basis, because they were second run movies. Like the most we were going to pay is $3 to go watch a movie.
Right. No, but
I mean, they're older movies, but still, I mean, $3.
I think I must have watched Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi multiple times in the dollar theater. But 6 months later, a year later, they bring it back.
That's how it was. Yeah, that was great, man. Again, watching those old movies or not reruns. What am I talking about? What did they call it when they run it for the second time?
Just like second run or
second run is what I was thinking of. Yeah, when they do second runs, it was awesome.
But I remember
for $1, that was perfect.
Because my mom would drop me off. It's like, when summer camp was done, or if we didn't have the money for summer camps, like, what are you going to do this week? I'm like, can you take me to the dollar theater? She's like, sit your ass in this theater. Do not leave. Do not walk it. But there, it's like, here's your $2.
And I mean, even the popcorn and sodas were like $1.50. So I mean,
it was nothing. Yeah, it gave me the money on a beat all day. Thoughts, narrowboating with Nigel, member for 17 months. Great to see you. George Landman is a breath of air. Isn't it? Isn't Landman incredible?
It's one of my favorite shows right now.
It is beautiful. I love every second of it.
Billy Bob
You
Thornton
have
is
to
like,
watch it. I can't stand the son and his girlfriend. It's made to irritate you.
Yeah.
It's made so
they're doing their job for sure.
They are doing their jobs. And Demi Moore is surprising. She gave
she's
it
so good
last week.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, I was like, where did that come from?
We got Andy Garcia, and it's just such a good show.
Seeing Andy Garcia. Now I'll ask you a question because my family said something. They're like, "Man, look how old he is. He doesn't look like himself." I'm like, "He looks exactly the same. Just put on a couple of pounds."
Yeah, put on a couple of pounds. He looks good for his age.
I'm saying, but he still looks like Andy Garcia.
Oh yeah, no, he
look
when he came on screen, you knew who he was.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't look so like. He gained a few pounds, but dude, the guy's almost 70, man.
And his wife in the movie?
Oh, yeah, she was hot.
Darth Maul's lower half for €5 when movies are good, not woke, not preachy, then people go to the theaters. Maverick, Oppenheimer, Dune Part 1, Hollywood made a pact with the devil. This is why I'm saying what we're watching is they have a choice to allow Hollywood to die and be gobbled up by Netflix, or they got to go and side with the Ellisons, who they hate because they're based and they despise woke. Like, they have to make their choice now. I think that's where we're at. They have to make the choice. Thank you, Darth Maul. Appreciate that. And Jay Frazier for £5. Slayer Nation. I recommend 2 fantastic Lord of the Ring fan films. The Hunt for Gollum, 40 minutes, and Born of Hope. The Ring of Fire. Oh, thank you, Jay. I'm going to go, hold on. I'm going to go watch that right after the show. Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum and Born. Oh, thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Mark of Reality. Always great to see you, my friend. For $20. On one hand, I don't think that Hollywood mergers should even be a Trump problem. On the other hand, I weep for DC and others. Elon predicts that AI will replace Hollywood in 3 years. So does any of it really matter? Oh,
I
has
mean,
to
it's
be.
culture. If the
It's a-
culture is Hollywood, and that's the main thing. You want the culture to survive.
Yeah.
And they've destroyed Hollywood's absolutely destroyed the culture. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with AI. That's gonna be an interesting thing to watch. But I
I know
still think that
Justin
AI
Bieber.
ultimately it's gonna once the dust settles and everybody's used to AI,
That'll
you
be.
know, I think things will start to improve, you know, because everybody's gonna be able to make good content again.
Yeah, I think Justine Bateman, you know, she's
Yeah.
kill
She's on it,
AI.
man. She is.
She
Yeah,
is
she hates AI.
with a passion.
Yeah,
And that's why she
but
has that film festival now. It cannot have any AI in it. It has to be. She wants to bring back, you know, old style filmmaking or traditional filmmaking.
I mean,
Mark,
I respect it. It's not
I
realistic,
do.
but I respect it.
I don't know. I think because the fact that the LP industry keeps growing each year, who would ever thought in 2025 that LPs would make around a couple billion a year in America? Think about that. They were dead. But I think there will always be a market for theaters. I think there'll be niche. And I think
Yeah,
there'll
they're
always be
going to be
real
boutique
film.
theaters, man. You're not going to see these chains like AMC or Regal or, you know.
But you know what that means? No more. That also means no more superhero films. It'll be real films again. You know, it'll be smaller budgets, creativity. So I think we're also going to provide new opportunities for people. Mark of Reality, member 14 months. Awesome show, George and company. Yes, they are amazing. I'll pass that also on to Badger and Paul. I think that's it. Or no, we'll let one more. Eric K for $5. Ireland just sentenced a teacher to life in prison for refusing to use pronouns on a trans kid. Yeah, I read that.
Life in prison?
They said he broke his court order. I'm digging in to get more of the facts, but I'll tell you this because I was going to share it on Wednesday. I'll just give you a little preview. There's a pastor in Canada. I didn't bring it up while Paul was here in Calgary. He, in 2023, just because he brought that up, I'll share it. Thank you for that, Eric K., my brother from another mother. In 2023, this pastor, right, he went to a library. He goes to the library, sees a librarian, and he asks her a simple question. Why are you about to have drag performers act as British royalty to read stories to children? Like, they just want to know why you keep putting on drag shows for kids. They're children. That librarian filed a complaint against him with the police department, and it went to court saying her feelings were hurt and she felt threatened by his words. His words were, why did you do that? That was it. She went to the judge. Well, they went to court, and she explains to the judge that his question made her feel like he was saying she was protecting pedos. So therefore, she felt he was subconsciously threatening her, that he was outing her as a pee protector. So the judge gives him 1 year of house arrest and said that by Friday of this week, if he did not sign an apology letter, send her an apology letter, he'd go back to jail. And he's like, I got nothing to apologize for. And he was told, yeah, that's it. Well, the judge says you hurt her feelings and she took it as intimidation. So he's like, I have to write an apology letter that the court tells me to because someone's feelings were hurt. So someone's going to jail because somebody else said their feelings are hurt.
You know, what you allow will continue, right? So if y'all over there in the UK, y'all keep allowing this shit, then, you know, like the Joker said, you get what you fucking deserve. So y'all can stand
That
up.
was Canada?
That's Canada, yeah.
Oh,
But
I
it's
mean,
the same thing. They're doing the same thing in the UK.
One and the same. You know, I mean, if y'all letting your government arrest you for words, that's on y'all, man.
Why do they always want to read why do the drag queens want to read to children? Why don't they read to the elderly? Why don't they go visit the elderly and elderly?
They never do.
Why is it always the children that you want to read to?
Good point.
You know, these guys need people to read to them and hang out with them and spend time with them. I mean, they're all alone in these old folks' homes. Why don't y'all go hang out with them? There's probably a good reason for that.
Mm-hmm. You nailed it. All right. Verbal. What you got coming up this week? Share with everybody.
Yeah, guys. So it's gonna be a busy week for me, but I got Film Threat Versus tomorrow with DA and Alan, Chris, the whole gang. Badger most likely will be there. I'll be here with George on Wednesday. I'll also be with Nina Infinity and Chrissy Mir later that night. So that same day. And I got VRL this Thursday at 6 p.m. So you know what? I'll make it easy on you guys. It's 6 it's 9 p.m. Eastern. There you go.
There we go.
That makes it easy for everybody across the board. Because I keep forgetting I'm in Mountain Time now. It's like shit. I'm not
What is that?
Eastern.
1 hour, right? That's an hour difference.
So it's an
from
hour
LA?
ahead of California.
Okay.
And where is it for Central Time? So it's an hour.
It's an hour behind. Central.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, because Eastern. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, DA, what you got coming up?
Yeah, Film Threat versus tomorrow. And what am I doing on Tuesday and Thursday? Look, I missed a couple of nightcaps. Folks are probably like, where's the nightcap this week? I was sick all week. So I'm just now getting back on my feet from that. So I was only able to do like one nightcap, and then I didn't do my anime stream, but we're back on track this week. So nightcaps Tuesdays and Thursdays, anime nights will be dropping on Friday or maybe Saturday. We got the DA's office coming up later today. All right, at 8 p.m. Pacific. I guess that's like 11 Eastern. Trying to get my time straight. And yeah, we're gonna dive all the way into Netflix and discuss that whole situation with Warner Brothers. Will they or won't they, ban this thing? Oh, all my co-hosts are ready because I want to talk about this. I think Hollywood is on the ropes right now, and they got to have a response. Otherwise, it's all over, man.
I agree. I can't wait. Please go subscribe to these gentlemen. Also to Paul Chato and Angry Badger, who aren't here right now. And when we leave here, he's going to push a raid over to Mr. Brown's Alliance. We're trying to help him get to 5,000 subscribers. Go help him out. Check out his channel. Incredible human being, just like these gentlemen. And then I will see you this Wednesday. I love you all. Thank you for your support. It's great to be back. I miss you. Remember, decisions are made by those who show up to fight. They don't bend, they don't break, they just charge always forward. Love you guys. See you later.